Hi, Brendan. We should be good with the volume.
Are we good? Are we here? Are we live? Hey, everybody, welcome. And thanks again for once again tuning into Blades Against Bandwidth, your Sunday night DCC Emporium. This is, of course, episode 2 of Blades Against Bandwidth, Lankhmar. We are exploring the city of 7,000 smokes, courtesy of my manly Mike Curtis, who has brought all this to the DCC Oeuvre, and has created this wonderful world for us to run around and raise hell in. So, of course, you know, the Blades, we're all here tonight, but we got a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to produce Mr. Rick Hall.
Thank you. Thank you. It's awesome to be with you guys.
No, it's fantastic to have you. Carmen, what do we know about this young Mr. Hull that graces us with his presence this very evening?
Yeah.
So Rick Hull has been with DCC since before beta. He's like the secret hidden puppet master backbone of DCC. If you have ever look in any DCC module, and you will see he is one of the original playtesters. Also, if you notice behind him in the background, this is the rarest artifact in DCC history. Do you want to talk about the chair?
Very quickly. I think for the 4th edition, Joseph did a Kickstarter, and he was asking for suggestions for swag. And one of the local game stores, not Gateway Games and more, but another one, had a chair similar to this one, but it was for D&D 3rd edition. So it had the D&D logo with the sword through it. And so I sent him a picture of it. I said, what about something like this, but obviously for DCC? And he goes, ooh, that's a cool idea. And I didn't think anything more about it. Then months later, when the Kickstarter launched, it included a pledge level. Cost $250, and you got a chair. And I was the only one stupid enough to actually pledge for it. So you know, it eventually showed up at my house, and that was an exciting day. But it's a heavy ass chair, and it's thickly.
And yet you take it to every single convention.
Yes, and so that's the one thing that I've kind of actually liked about like the last year or so is not having to haul the heavy son of a bitch all around. But I take it and I get it.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure most of us have signed that, right?
It's been signed by every luminary in DCC.
Yeah, I get people to sign it. And like some of the artists are cool enough to do art. There's Doug. There's where Doug misspelled DCC and tried to correct it, but I thought it was cool that he misspelled DCC. There's Peter Mullen. I'm sure you guys might recognize your there's last week's guest, Jen Brinkman, is right under there. That's all the metal gods on the metal part. Get it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, very cool.
Nice.
And you also have a podcast, D50 Shades of D&D?
The D50 Shades of D&D podcast. That's where we not week by week because we don't go week by week, but every episode we take a different iteration of Dungeons & Dragons, whether it be an actual edition of Dungeons & Dragons or a game that really resembles Dungeons & Dragons. Like we've done DCC, we did a 2-parter for DCC. And we just talk about like what it is that we like about it, what we didn't like about it, you know, how is it similar to other versions of D&D, how is it not, what we would steal from it from our own pencil games. So that's the D50 Shades of D&D podcast.
Yeah, and Rick Hull is also one of the best judges I've had the joy to play under.
I've only killed you a couple times too.
Only a couple of times, yeah. You have to try harder.
You're one of the best players, and no doubt the best mighty deed I ever had was when the Carmen did in my game. And
what did she do?
It was actually a X-Crawl game there, Brendan and Sal, and it was. You remember the guy? Which one is it that had the guy with the origami wizard?
That's the New Year's Evil.
So not only did she, that guy was actually in the middle of like throwing out one of his origami monsters and so forth. And her deed, she was an archer, and she put the arrow not only through the piece of the origami, which ruined it effectively, but also planted it into the guy's chest behind it. And so not only took out the bad guy, but interrupted his spell-like ability. And I thought that was badass. I still think that's badass. It was
rock and roll,
cool.
Carmen. Rock and roll. Very, very cool.
It was a great game.
Yeah, cool. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, I love hearing that. Cool. Well, it's wonderful to have you. Okay.
I was gonna say before you start, I wanted to call out the luck tokens to the audience. So,
oh yeah.
If you guys notice a little number ones and circles next to our frames, those are luck tokens for you as the viewers to keep track of how much fleeting luck we as players have. And it was a request from Manly Michael Curtis himself to remind Brendan to hand out the fleeting luck like it's water, like it's going out of style. So if you see us getting low on fleeting luck, please remind us in the chats.
Yep.
So
I would appreciate your flimsiest excuse for why I should give these folks any fleeting luck. As always,
you're our only hope.
You are their only hope. Yeah, they go. Gonna run now.
Good luck.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Well, let's talk about this. So as we wander away from, remember the guy's name, from the manor of Igrik of the East, after our successful liberating of a certain amount of treasure from his certain amount of horde, after dealing with all kinds of stuff, members of the Slayer's Brotherhood, wildcats, and magical fire and traps and whatnot. Having to sneak out through the kitchen. So the five of y'all are making your way, or six y'all other, making your way out of the, the mansion sits right on the edge of the aristocratic quarter. So you guys are heading yourself sort of towards downtown, towards the middle of the city. Like I said, y'all just right now feel like we own this town. We're not from Lankhmar, but this is our place now. Everybody but Ka'a. Ka'a, every time you look over and see a flame, you see a pair of eyes looking at you, just fleeting for a moment. Every torch, every candlelight, at one point you see someone over there like lighting his pipe, just standing there on the street corner, and just there for a moment, that flame, as it comes out, you see the eyes looking there upon you. You don't know what it means, but something out there is angry with you, and you are not sure what it means from. But you guys have made it out of the way with the loot, and we're a few blocks away at this point. And what are y'all going to get up to?
So looking out. I'm sorry.
I'm looking for a buyer for some fine white silks.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to recommend, right? Like, we escaped from there, being kind of new. I'm like, Gamatar asked, do any of you know a place where we can sell some of this loot or lay low for a while, or I don't know any of the neighborhoods here.
Certainly you'd be welcome at the Temple of Mog. All are welcome in the Temple of Mog.
And also, I want to say, now that we're walking away from this, Rick, Septus suddenly feels one of his spells coming over him. Septus, suddenly his head swims for a while, and as he sort of like comes out of it, you realize, once again, Septus's personality, as it always does, has slightly transformed. So now he is your version of Septus beginning off there, and can kind of have, within the alignment and everything. You remember that you were just on a job, that you just stole a bunch of stuff with these people you just met, but like, you feel different. You feel kind of elated and good, but also strange and weird. This is your curse, the curse of being Septus.
Also, I've realized I don't know any of your names. I went there alone thinking that I was going to be able to rob the place on my own, and had you not all been there, I probably would have been dead when the Slayers came in, so I feel like I owe you at least a drink.
Heck yeah, you do. I would have been fine on my own. You're lucky I was there to save you.
So what time of day is it right now?
It is getting on 1 in the morning at this point. So,
okay, so the streets are pretty empty.
I mean, the streets are pretty empty of common everyday, the good people of town. There's a lot of people out there. There's music all over the place.
Oh, there's music all over the place?
Oh yeah, there's smoke raising up from places. I mean, it's It's Lankhmar.
Oh yeah, so let's go get a drink, guys.
Yeah,
We go to
absolutely.
the nearest place. We go to the first place
I think we gotta celebrate.
that looks welcoming. Wait.
Okay,
you know
let's
what?
talk about welcoming.
How far away are we from the thing? Are we pretty sure we've lost them?
Man, you're about let's say you're about like a mile at this point. You're maybe, 5-6 blocks away. Yeah, there's a place coming up there on your right. So let's see who's in the chat room. I'm gonna name something after the somebody gets in there.
Let's get a table and talk about what we're gonna do with this key. Mm-hmm. But we can't do this dry.
Yeah. So all right, I'm naming the place the first place y'all come to. I'm naming after one of our watchers tonight. So you guys go around a corner and you see an inn, sort of like on the alleyway there that you've never seen before, but it's called the Petra Girl. You're not sure exactly what that refers to, but but it's got a very old wooden sign hanging over it that seems to show some kind of huge bird carrying this person who's also carrying 2 pints of beer. So who knows? Who knows what that means? Or
on a little dish?
Like the bird's got her by the shoulders and she's got the beers by her hands. Like, I'm flying in with your beers. But again, it's so worn and whatnot and such. There is some music coming from inside. You hear a piper and somebody singing real low along with there. There's people milling about around the outside, out front. People are out there are out there smoking pipes and having a laugh and hey, what's up? And having a laugh. There, you guys, someone suggested the Silver Eel. Silver Eel is like all the way down. It's like off Coin Street. Like, you guys will be. I mean, you could get there, but you would get there in an hour if you wanted to. Unless you wanted to wrangle horses or something like that. So
here
that place is too crowded.
There. You can drink both places. There's so many places to drink.
This
is the town for it. Yeah.
All right, let's go here. This is new.
Gotcha. So you guys make your way into Petra Girl, and so it's like there's a door there on the alleyway. Then there's a few steps that actually go down into the tavern itself, which is like a basement thing. So it's only maybe 120 by 100 or so. There's some tables down here. So there's one corner with a slightly elevated platform, maybe just like 6 inches off the ground, where there are 2 musicians who are playing. There's like a pipe player and somebody who is singing and banging on percussion sticks together and keeping time along with themselves. Most people here are just sort of quietly having a drink. It's a weird mix. It looks like there's a lot of the servants of the rich folks in the area are all here off of work. So this is kind of you don't recognize anybody here, but everybody looks like they have that look of people who were spit shine an hour ago and now are like tie askew, shirts opened up, and people are just having a laugh and kind of relaxing. As you guys go in, there's a little tiny bar in there. Place has got 2 bartenders, a man and a woman. And as you come in, the one lady holds up her fingers and she's like, basically wine, holding up a glass. How many wine? Is there
a table that we could take over that has
absolutely there's you would have to they only have little ones, but there's like a place where you could shove 2 tables together kind of the opposite corner of where the band's playing, and you guys can grab a spot over here. They have looks like they've got wine, they've got something called they've got a couple of different kinds of spirits, and they sell tobacco here. And looks like they've got a little kitchen area, like a tiny little kitchen area back there. You can smell something cooking.
I'm in the mood for the good stuff. So, are we being helped yet?
Yeah, lady comes over. She's like, hey, welcome to the Petra. Anyone want a glass of wine? What can I get you luminaries?
All right. Well, I heard your liquors are legendary.
Have you? Yes. She kind of looks around back there. She moves something. She comes up with a bottle. She's like, I actually forgot all about this. It's the legend of the lost white stuff we bought one time. It'll do the work. She uncorks it. Oh God, smell this, Ted. The guy's like, oh yeah, we got you. This is it. You want me to cut this a little bit of I don't know, arsenic, something? Sure, I got you. Here we go. So he pours you a 2 fingers of like in a wooden tumbler, pour you 2 fingers of this liquor in there and such. It's got a spicy, angry smell to it, you know. And so one for everyone. We'll get rid of this bottle tonight. I'll make some space on the shelf under here. Who wants?
I think this can only go well. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Obviously, I was asking for it, so obviously.
Yeah. White spirits. We don't know. White spirits. Oh, wait. I got just enough for you. Here you go. And I'm sorry, your owl's going to have to go thirsty. Like slides one over to
So, Brendan, I'm going to spend my luck token to my freeing luck to, since I'm drinking wine, I'm going to roll my, because I'm still short on hit points.
Sure.
So, does this wine give, what kind of wine is this? Is it giving me any restorative bonus?
Yeah, this wine is going to get you back, sitting and relaxing with this one. Yeah, like we'll say this is a, fortified, heavy stuff for the streets. So everyone can have one of these things and spend a fleeting luck token, and you will get back your hit die plus your stamina mod if you have one.
What if I don't need that?
The only way you then you can just have you got that liquor there. So I'm saying that liquor is like even more that'll fix all kinds of stuff if used topically, because obviously and such. But here's the thing: the only way the healing works is by giving me a cool toast that your character says. As you raise your glass to everybody. So, Tim, and also, could y'all change your names, with your character name? Or I'm just gonna, I can't remember your guys' names. I don't have memorized yet, except Septis. I got set this down like a mug. So,
I think you should call me by my Zoom name.
Skatch the better.
I'll raise
whatever the best Zoom name.
Whatever cup they give us, Brendan, I'll raise it up and I'll just say, "New friendships forged in blood."
See, that's what I'm talking about. Roll your hit points back.
To blood.
Blood across the board, just to blood in general. Yep. Absolutely.
Is anyone else spending their luck so I can remove your tokens?
Nope.
Oh, all right.
Don't need it.
Gotcha.
I think you were the only one who got stabbed.
Yeah, I got stabbed pretty bad. I'm back up to full though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, healing up.
So I look at them and I think I'm the only. Am I the only mingle? I am, right?
I think I'm not. Yeah, I think so.
The other half of us are from the land of 8 cities.
8 cities,
so
yeah.
We're mixed.
Yeah, so the 8 cities people I'm probably most used to.
Yeah.
But I'm Ganbatar, the Mingles. And this is my first, if you haven't guessed what I've said before, my first time in Lankhmar itself. And I'd like to sell some of this treasure, maybe make some coin for us. You say that this key splits?
Yeah, I don't recall who figured it out, but someone examining that key realized that the key can split itself into 3 little sections.
Yeah. Does any of us know what we're supposed to do with this key? Since we all seem to be, we were all after it.
Everyone was after it because it's covered in, and it is covered in jewels.
Okay. It's just bling.
Somebody, well, we don't know. So somebody has,
from our point of view.
Yeah. Somebody in your group has got a a connection thing, part of your benison. Am I correct? Like you have like a high level connection.
I have a trusted contact at Rainbow Palace.
Yeah. So at the palace. Okay, so that's different. Anybody else have anything like that? Connecting, whatever and such?
I certainly do. I am a humble follower of Mog, and I shall be happy to take the keys, to take the key and prey upon all 3 pieces. And when my prayers are answered, I shall reveal to you what the key is for.
Have your prayers have they ever been answered?
They have indeed. I have been caught within the shimmering web of the shimmering strands of Mog's web many times in my life. And I see tonight we are all trapped within the web.
Do you think we can
trapped together?
Do you think we can sell the 3 pieces separately, since there are 6 of us? Maybe enough to get a piece per 2 of us?
I am less concerned with the selling of it and more concerned with the unlocking of whatever this key is for.
Yeah, wouldn't the opulence of this key indicate that it leads to an even greater treasure?
Or it's rich people doing rich people things.
Yeah,
Dazzling random keys.
That was my thinking.
Yeah. But I think it might be worth more as a whole item than it's just pieces.
Yeah.
It could also be hiding something on the interior.
Locking away their riches. That's one of the things rich people do.
True.
That you have it still, right?
What?
Do you have the key still?
I guess so. Yeah. Bird in hand. It's worth to the other side of the wall.
Does it feel like there's something inside? Is it? I mean, is there something scratched inside?
Can I pull it apart 2-3 pieces, or is it like one of those little metal puzzle tricks?
It's actually, once you see how it goes, it's not hard to do. It's like one side goes left, the other side goes right, the other side goes left, and it opens up a little chamber along the inside of it. No one has opened it up yet, but you can see how it works.
Let me do it.
All right.
I do it.
I
try.
Like I said, easy peasy. Once you do it, it absolutely opens up. It's all cleaned up and polished. And inside there, you see that there is a rolled piece of vellum on the inside. And even in this place totally smells like tobacco, sawdust, old, smoke, other kinds of smoke. There's 7,000 smokes here in the city. So like 4 of them are right here. You know what I'm saying? Like on location, at least. You know what I mean? Some cooking food and such. But then even with all of that, this kind of has that, temple incense. Ka'ah is once this thing opens up, it's not the temple incense that y'all would use, but it's definitely temple incense. It has that old, redolent, rich smell. You can almost eat it with a spoon, even as it just pops up like a little puff of it comes up to your face. It's like, wow.
I say to the group, I say in front of the group, Mog, is that the smell of your temple? If so, speak through me. And with my hand, I put the word yes on the table with the black smears that my hand leaves behind on. It's a miracle. Mog is listening.
There's a guy like 2 tables over with a rag who's like, he's over there like table 9. They're at it again. I don't know.
Jeff, am I correct that you're from the Eastern Lands as well?
Yes, me, you, and Septus are from the Eastern Lands.
In Desert Talk, why do you lie? Just why lie to these people? And then
Jim says luck.
Yeah, I think that Jeff deserves some luck for that one.
Yeah, I will say, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody, a point of luck for our good role playing so far and going into this system and having a laugh and being, passing around the proverbial coin of a snappy repartee. So everyone can go ahead and get a fleeting luck point from this. Thank you, Jim.
And I say back to Kai Halal in Desert Talk, what may sound like a lie to you is merely the truth of Mog coming forth from my lips.
With that
being
said,
wink.
I'll give him the nod of like, game recognized game. Fair enough. And then I'm going to look for what servant looks the most like just had the worst day ever in this bar. Like, so done with today.
Gotcha. You look over to one place and you see these 2 guys are talking, and the one guy is in like low-level hysterics, and he is just like banging his hand with his finger, and he's yelling, and he's just like, I can't believe that. Like you listen, and he's like, son of a bitch, he treats me like I'm nothing. He literally put the dogs on me today to chase me around and had to laugh at it. Look at their bit me, look at the bite of my side. Oh my God, I'm getting out of here, man. I can't do it anymore. He's just clearly having a real crap day. Clearly,
And the service industry is just sort of the same across worlds, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing changes.
It's absolutely universal.
Word.
I'd like to slide into the chair next to him. Just go, man, and then like rich people, or am I right?
He's like, every one of them can go down to the pits and dig deeper. I swear. Who do you work for?
Who did we just rob again? What was the name?
You guys just robbed. You guys just robbed. Let me get his name right. Igric of the East, the caravan master.
Igric of the East. Man, is he the worst?
He's the only reason I have the night off tonight, though, because my people all went to go there to a stupid party.
I was supposed to work at that party, and then I didn't serve his entrees on time, so he sicked his dogs on me as well.
Did he do that? I am so sorry. You know what? Drink for my friend over here. You know what? Let me buy you one, because I'll tell you what. I have been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, they love the dogs, and they treat us like we're animals. And, you know, like they come over with more wine and such. And yeah, so now you kind of hear as these two are just over there just ripping on all of the, you know, apparently he's been through a half dozen places since he's been working age. And like to hear him tell it one is worse than the one before, he's just going to complain about how awful his job history is.
Interesting. Anyone else want to do anything before I continue interrogating this guy?
You went off to chat with
yeah,
this dude?
I
okay.
disappeared for a little bit. I want to see what information I can get from him about the area.
Sorry, did you actually read development? Do we know what's on?
No, I was about to.
Gotcha. So while you're talking, while Kai Hala is over there ingratiating herself with some of the local servants there and such, the rest of y'all, this opens up and you see the following. So the vellum page both bears writing both in a foreign script and High Lankhmarese. Who speaks High Lankhmarese?
Not I.
Not it.
What are the odds the guy I'm talking to does?
Depends on your luck check. Roll low.
Should be.
The foreign language isn't Mingle, right?
No.
Haley, don't forget you add your fleeting luck total to your luck check.
Do you?
I made it by like 4 or 5.
All right, cool. There you go. New on me. He speaks High Lankhmarese. He actually, like, you know, at one point he tells you, like, I have to read those damn kids every night, and it's in that High Lankhmarese, so I have to speak it like this because otherwise you're mispronouncing High Lankhmarese. I tell you what, man, those kids, every one of them can just go to hell. I mean that. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud, but may the gods of Lankhmar strike me down if I'm wrong about it. They're not the wickedest bunch in the entire wicked city.
I'm with you on that one. Since we come from the same background, you know, we are the same, you know. Can you read this for me? And I'm gonna.
They didn't even teach you how to read. That is even bullcrap. You know what that is?
Right?
Systemic class oppression. You know that's you know that
they
is,
just
right?
got to keep me down.
Yeah. He takes it and he says, but of course it's High Lankhmarese, so you must read it like this or you mispronounce. It says beneath. This is weird. He kind of gets a face. Well, I don't recognize the other script over here, but the Lankhmarese says, beneath neither cup nor chain nor moon do I stand, but under the gaze of visage face, secret and awaiting the touch of hand is, he picks a candle up off the thing, he's holding it up, is where our resting place is to be found, safe from thief, heretic, or sniffing hound. This is the kind of crap I have to read these people all the time. It's just nonsense.
They wanted me to read it tonight, and I couldn't, and it was a whole problem. So I had to know for tomorrow. You know,
it's a he reads it to you a couple more times so you have it memorized. You know, he's like, yeah, don't, you know. But you've got to, you know what? Learning how to read is the first step into getting some kind of freedom. I'm not going to be a servant forever. I'm telling you.
Good for you, man. Good. I respect you. I gotta. My friends are calling me over there, but I'll be back.
Anytime,
don't worry.
Anytime. We're gonna hang out. I'm telling you.
Yes, we are. Partying tomorrow night. Cool. I'll see you around, and then I'm gonna.
Nice. Yeah, take a fleeting luck point for getting the thing translated, and sure enough. So you were able to. He intentionally read that back to you several times. So there's other script in there that he could not read and y'all cannot read. But the part you can read says, beneath neither cup nor chain nor moon do I stand, but under the gain of visage face, secret and awaiting the touch of hand, is where our resting place is to be found, safe from thief, heretic, or sniffing hound. Oh my God. That's what I'm talking about.
That's fleeting luck. That's fleeting
is.
luck.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was his name? We'll say that we'll give him a good old Lankhmar's name. He has not told you yet, but I'm going to say that his name was Veeble.
All right.
Veeble, the disgruntled servant. Write it in my notes.
All right, so now what's the plan?
I kind of want to go carousing.
Wait. Oh, okay, fine.
But I also don't understand.
Say,
do you understand what that even what that stuff says?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Does anybody understand what any of this stuff says?
Nope.
So I said, like, I shrug, and I'm probably chatting it with one of the workers here because they know how to get the good stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely. I'm gonna lean towards carousing over investigating for sure.
Tomorrow's for investigating.
Tomorrow's for investigating.
Yeah, Absolutely. Yeah. We just did this. We're just like
we just did one whole thing. We
did this one whole job. I put down the pieces of the keys. But, yeah.
And this is honestly how it should be because Lankhmar is it's role playing. It's fun. And it can be slow. And man. Sorry. All right. All right. So you guys just want to go out and so we're gonna start with Lukark. Is going to 1 second.
Tim, what's your character? You didn't change your name.
I didn't. I thought I did. Oh, when I logged back in, I must have not.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gonbatar.
What'd you have in mind, Gonbatar?
I don't. I recognize a treasure map when I see one, but I just unfortunately don't know how to decipher it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what it's all gibberish to me. So I was talking about carousing. What do you got in mind?
I'd like to just see the town. So yeah, Brendan, I spent 2 permanent points of luck. So if we use the carousing rules, I would probably just roll a D3 or D4 to get those back, but then there's the consequences of that.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So the man, I'm sorry, I'm flipping through to
bookmark
these. So yeah. So,
can you use fleeting luck for carousing?
Well, you use carousing to get luck back.
Yeah. You can spend. My understanding is you can spend fleeting luck on the other tables, but
But I can't use it for carousing.
Well,
yeah, I don't see what. It's supposed to get you luck back, though. That's sort of the point of it.
But I'm assuming permanent luck, not fleeting luck, right?
Yeah, it's to get luck back. So permanent luck points.
Like I'm really poor on luck. I only have 9, so.
I could use it. I'm down to permanent luck. But while Brendan's looking, are we agreeing not to sell the key yet till we figure out what it opens?
Oh yeah, I want to see what this map is, or this whatever this thing is. Yeah, so for like example, you just like we get to decide what we want to roll, as far as the die size goes, to get our permanent luck back up to where it was. But the risk with that is the larger the die, the more chances for things to go horribly wrong.
Oh.
So if we roll like a D6 and you get a 6, you'd get 6 up to 6 points of luck back, whatever your maximum is. But then if you roll the 6, like it could be.
Oh yeah, I haven't spent any of my regular luck, so I can't even do it anyway.
You can come for the lols.
I'm down for doing it for the lols for sure.
Yeah,
just for the story, YOLO.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where's my? All right, guys. I thought I had the right book for this here. What book is the carousing table in?
It's in the judge's guide. That's the one. If I have one complaint about this box set is I have no idea what books are for what.
I'm sitting here looking at it, but I do not see the
page 83.
83.
Page 83 of the judge's book.
Also, for reference, page 13, 14 is the alcohol.
God, I missed it like 8 times.
Page
All right,
82. Cool. 82.
Gotcha. Hey, this is pretty professional, huh? I love it, man. I love it.
Thank
All right,
you,
so
whoever in the chat just typed out what the what the note said.
Oh, nice.
oh,
That's
thanks.
gonna save us.
Ooh.
Oh. All right, so you guys talking about going out and going on a tear. So Ganbatar, what size? What size?
Well, finishing the night.
Yeah, to finish the night off. What do you want to go ahead and do for your
I'm gonna roll a d4 because that'll give me a 50% chance to get all my luck back.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead and do it up.
And I got a 1. I get one.
You got a 1. Yeah, man. Like you're like, hey, let's go out for a wild night on the town. It's gonna be amazing. And you guys like wander and you see another bar or two, but you're kind of like, finally everyone's tired and like it really didn't get crazy. I mean, you're like, where's the wildness of this? But you can go ahead and roll. You're gonna get back 1d3 luck points. Anybody else want to be on the?
I'm just gonna go with the flow.
I would like to cause
Kai
some
Hala,
trouble.
what size die are you gonna roll on said table?
I'm gonna do the same and do a d4.
All right, do it up.
3.
3. Roll me a die 5, please.
Oh, now you're making me look through my dice bag.
Look through your dice.
4.
4, outstanding. All right, so all right, so you have a, like at a certain point, like let's just say that we have figured that tomorrow, at a certain point, we decided we're going to meet back up tomorrow and meet back up at Petrogirl in order to, to figure out what's going to happen with the key and the map and everything. So we're going to meet there tomorrow. And everyone kind of goes in separate ways. Kai Hala finds a much cooler bar than you guys find, okay? And you wind up like playing dice and meeting people. You spend a couple of coins, and then sure enough, when you wake up, like you wake up back at like the hotel that you're at, okay? And you like go to get out of bed and you take a step and roll me one more die roll. Roll me a die 12.
Oh no, I'm scared. I'm like missing a foot or something. 7.
Yeah, so you look around in this tiny little apartment that you have been staying in, over this warehouse. Yeah, on the floor there with you are 7 Mingles. They are barely dressed. They are filthy. And a whole bunch of them are snoring to beat the band, just like exhausted and tired. And they're just like, the whole bunch of them are in there. And once you wake up, like they start stirring. And when they kind of like, Kai Hala. You speak Mingle, right? Do you speak Mingle?
No, I speak desert talk.
Mingle. Yeah, they're all super excited to you and clearly waiting on to see what you're gonna do next.
All right. I'm gonna make them food, and while they're distracted, see what money they got on.
Cool. So you make them food, and while you're kind of putting together what you can. It's like just some oatmeal or something like that. It's barely enough for all of them to eat something. But they look hungry though, and you quickly realize that these people have got literally just the shirts on their backs, and 2 of them actually have slave cuffs on their ankles. And it looks like they have they've got they're still bolted onto them, but like they've obviously managed to somehow get out of the chains that they were previously attached to. You think that these guys might have very recently had some jobs that they were not fond of and possibly not getting paid and had to do for life or would get whipped. That's your thought.
Got it. Now, do I remember anything I did last night?
Flashback roll.
Slaves?
Like you remember a conversation with somebody in some pretty intensive whatever, and like it seemed like you came to an accordance, but you thought you were going to somewhere else to get another drink, and you stumbled into this place, and you don't know why you have these folks that are here, like, but they're all looking to you to see what we're gonna do next. A little fearful, but excited because their savior has come and rescued them from bondage.
I'm gonna think back and remember that Gan Batar is Mingle, and I'm gonna head down to where I'm supposed to meet the rest of the crew.
Gotcha. All right, so come around the appropriate hour. We'll say we're meeting there at the hour of the Swan. Yeah, everyone starts stumbling up. You know, most of y'all creep in looking for making sure you're not being tailed. You guys are all meeting there in front of Petrogirl, which is not open by the hour of the Swan. Doesn't open until much later in the day. Now the city's jumping, but it's respectable folks. It's carters, people selling stuff, and street sweepers, the whole 9 yards. You guys get there, and yeah, sure. Here comes Kai Hala with like 7 Mingles who are just, they're not really wearing a whole lot of clothes. They don't have shoes. They look hungry, and they kind of all sort of, they're all kind of make their way up, and they're sort of trooping behind Kai Hala, who looks, let's just say, has like a professional grade hangover face. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly has had like the mule got her last night. So
can we just acknowledge that Tony Hogard in the chat said Kai is single and ready for mingles?
I think that deserves a luck token. How can we give him out to the chat? Because
chat room gets a luck token. We're throwing the chat room. Everyone gets a luck token.
I'm rolling up like this. Like, what do you got? What are we doing today?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, no one talked to me.
That is so awesome. Yeah. So Tony, next game you show up at, you got a point of fleeting luck for me, and they can't tell you no. What are you gonna do? They can email me. They want you, but it's gonna be the same. They'll be able to give it to you. So yeah, Kai Hala. Oof, harsh.
Yeah. So when oh, good.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say when Kai Hala rolls up with her gang, I'm like, oh, someone had a good time last night.
I'm gonna like walk straight up to Gamatar and go, what happened last night? Please get them to tell me.
Well, I was hanging out with Gamatar, and we didn't do much last night. No.
Yeah, you kind of.
It was a dud.
Yeah, it was a dud. It didn't, like. You talked to some people, but it was real mellow and just like, it wasn't, Yeah. Oh, but you know what though? You know what you do get though? You get a die 3 luck points back for Kai Hala.
Thank you.
Might even be a die 4.
I'm not certain what you did in Kai Hala.
It was D5 actually.
She just
sorry, D5. Kai Hala gets a D5 back. My bad.
Ooh.
And I rolled a 1.
Well, hey, that's your
better
one.
Than none. Better than none.
Yep.
I'm just gonna be like, please make them explain what happened.
So I'll talk to them.
Right. They look over you and they're like, countrymen, so far away from home. Oh, it's so good to meet you. How do you know the Savior?
Can we not call her that?
Oh, no, you don't understand. Last night she agreed to sponsor us while we find a place here to stay. We jumped ship in Lankhmar last night. We were all rowers on a mingle ship, full of, we've been slaves since childhood. But we've been trying to escape out of bondage, and we managed to break our chains and find a place to hide. But luckily, we met this wonderful broker who he tried to give Kai Hala some money in order to shelter us, but she refused and just said, "Yes, come along with us." It was the most wonderful thing. But then we kind of wandered the city for another hour and trying to find some place to eat, I think, and then wound up back at her place, and she passed out, so we passed out. So I'm not really sure what's happening, but she has managed to take us, is going to help us get back to our, to do whatever we need to do here to find new lives for ourselves, and hopefully eventually make enough money to bring our families over here to Lankhmar. She's an angel, an absolute angel. I can't believe she wouldn't even take any money for it. I mean, I'm floored by this city. I have met the most beautiful people here already. This is just amazing.
At one point while this conversation is happening, my owl, Bama, just like without moving anything else on her body, just turns her head towards me, looks at me, and then continues to look back at the group.
Gotcha. I will say, Ka'a is much happier to be out in the daytime now without those spying eyes coming at you from all the flames you saw all over the place there.
Well, and I'm still not as happy as you would think, though, because I still got a horrible night's sleep because I still had a screaming woman hovering above me, dripping blood on my face, while I was trying to sleep all night. So I didn't get a very good night's sleep.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. Just that.
So guys, what do I do with them?
Oh, well, yeah, I'll tell you. You have some new friends.
They're doing.
The one says, excuse me, is it Gombatar? Gombatar, I am Tyree. He says, look, if she wishes us all to wed her, we will do so. However, she should know that some of us still have wives back home we've been separated from. So while we will obviously, we owe her everything. So obviously we will do her wishes, but it will be only temporary in the case. So especially if he's got kids.
The way forward is very clear to me right now. There are 7 of you and 1 of her. Together you are 8, like the 8 legs of the spider. So you shall come into my fold, and I shall bring you to Mog's great warmth and to Mog's light. Come to me.
Desert talk. I'm gonna. Just shut up. Stop speaking. I gotta think.
Did I hear wives?
So you have done a great thing, Kai. You have
mingle, yeah.
You have freed these men for no recompense, and to honor you, they are willing to wed you, but you must know that they are already wed, most of them back home. But
that's a hard pass on that one over here.
You can't do that. That's like you're gonna disrespect them.
I already have done so much for them. If they take this as disrespect, then they can all go back to whatever they were doing before this.
So I'll say
Sounds
to them,
like their lives weren't going too great.
Brothers, while my sister Kai here is enamored by your offer of matrimony, and while she would like to marry all of you and keep you as a harem,
they look genuinely scared, like, uh-oh. We heard about the city, man. Uh-oh, shit.
She right now is not prepared in her current predicaments. She just wishes you all well and thinks that you should make your own way at this point.
Whoa.
Mingle.
We don't have anywhere to go. We don't have any money.
Join the club.
We're back at the bar from last night, right?
Yeah, you're all out in front of Petrogro, but it's not open yet. It's like 2 p.m. Swan, hour of the Swan, and it's like people.
Yeah, this is a midnight bar.
Yeah.
Did I ask Veeble where he worked last night? Did I ever find out where he worked?
Yes, Veeble. Veeble gave you the name of a. Veeble works for Lord and Lady Dunsany.
Let's go. Are you guys fine if we go find Veeble, get him to give these people jobs until they can figure their own lives out, and then we can go about what we were gonna do?
We could try that. What do you think?
I want them to be employed as free people, and I don't think they'll be able to do that as long as their slave locks are on. Like, I know they got the chains off, but they still have the
some of them still have their
my
cuffs.
I need to get some new thieves tools because mine were broken at the last heist. So until the bar opens, like, I want to go hunt down some thieves tools and then come back and then get their doohickeys off.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, we don't have to wait. I have tools that get the doohickeys.
Yeah.
But you can do it though.
Yeah, give me a 2 DC 10 open lock checks to remove things. They were using brute force. They look like they just mashed these chains up.
I was gonna say, does anyone have a rock?
Yeah, I did it. I could do it.
A rock got rid of. Boom! You got one off.
18.
Boom! Take a point of fleeting luck and add breaker of chains to your title there for
Thank
Mara.
You.
They're pleased about that. But like, you know that if they get like somebody might, the Overlord has got real clear rules about this kind of thing. So if they just get spotted, they will get arrested and put back into service. That's the problem is they don't have regular clothes. They don't know where to go. They don't speak the local language. Yes.
I have the perfect solution. Back at my pad, I have these beautiful white silks. You can fashion them some lovely clothing out of those fine white silks. The one problem is that the silks actually belong to the Temple of Mog, though, so they would require 50 gold rilks to pay for those silks. But I figure between all of us, we can pool our money together, and you can give me those 50 gold rilks. I can give you the fine white silks, and they will have clothing.
I'm just going to turn to someone else and say, what else do we think we could do?
Brendan, how do they look to me? Like, I'll do the mingle. I'll size them up. Like, I'll grab one of their biceps, and I'm like, do they have strong sword arms? Are they?
Let's say there are a couple of them that like a couple of them could look like they look like they can take care of themselves, but they all look. They look lean and sinewy as they have been rowing. They were part of a boat rowing team, so they look drawn and hungry, but they're all muscle. There's hardly an ounce of fat on them. A couple of them look like they could, but like. The one that's speaking for him, he's way too educated. Like this guy is probably a scholar of some kind. He seems like to you, you know.
Well, then I'll say to him and Mingle for like, you don't want to spend your life in service to Mog the Spider God, do you?
I mean, Mog the Spider God. It depends. What's the afterlife? I don't know anything about Mog the Spider God. He kind of goes into the gods of the Mingles, the ones that we revere the Great Fire Drake, and that's important. That's my religion. I'm not trying to. But if we could but he looks over. He's like, none of them speak Mingo. I'm assuming.
Well, it's quite simple to imagine the afterlife with Mog. Have you ever been held in the loving arms of another person?
He looks over at you for a translation, Gabitar.
He wants his spider god to wrap you up like a fly. Brother, I want to give you. You all look hungry. You can most likely find.
Wait, whoa! I fed them. Don't say I can't parent.
You most likely can find food for all of you. It might not be the best. With this one, I'll give you a gold rilk. I think that you and the rest of you should just get out of the city, because if you're spotted, you're going to be put back into service.
Which way should we head? Where do we go?
I would head towards the Great Gate.
They're gonna get spotted there more than anything else.
Yeah, he's like, well, we'll do our best with this one gold rilk. He looks over at Kai Halal, like, we'll do our best with just this one here.
No. I can't send him off just with nothing after, I got drunk. This is my bad. I'll figure something out. Let's see. If
we could just stay in her apartment for a few more days, maybe while we look for jobs, maybe we'd be okay finding. Again, talking to Gambatar, But yeah, I'm not doing that whole. I'm not gonna have a spider crawl around me like I'm a fly. I don't want that. That sounds terrible.
Fair. I respect that.
I'll go off and steal them some clothes from the clotheslines.
Yeah, you know what? Give me a pickpocket check. Wander through for a minute there. Here's the deal. I'm looking for a 15 or better to get enough clothes for all of them and fitting stuff. And if we fail, we're eventually running from somebody, and we'll make a roll and see how bad that is.
While she's doing this, I'm just gonna sit on the curb and just kind of lean over.
Lean on the wall.
Yeah. This is being dealt with, right?
You can just crash out. So, Mara, how'd we do there for our check there? We spent some money?
Well, I threw my dice somehow about 3 feet from me, so I'm going to roll a new one.
All right, yeah.
The cats can fetch it for me. A 6.
Yeah.
How much bleeding luck do we have? Because I don't want to, if it's all 6 of us
3.
and 7 of them, I also have 3.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 3 more. It's a done deal.
Because there's no way all 14 of us can sprint through this city without getting in trouble. No one else is gonna help, really.
Oh.
Y'all are horrible. We are helping free the slaves, and this is how you guys are gonna act.
Oh boy, oh boy. What would Mog the Spider?
I will burn. How much do I need? 3 more?
If you give your 3 and Kai gives her 3, then you need 3 more to make it to the level there.
Okay, I'll burn luck.
3 proper luck? Look at you. Look at you.
Proper luck.
You know what though? I'm gonna have to give you a fleeting for that because this is, you know what this is about? This is about breaking chains and ending slavery. So
a thief? Don't you get to roll for it? Or are you just burning 3?
Yeah, you get your luck die for every even for fleeting luck.
Oh yeah. You know, it's in my mind you're all thieves and all not thieves. So yes. So yeah, you can actually roll some dice for those. Again, you need a 15 or better.
All right, so who's spending what luck? And I'm tracking that everyone but me has 2 fleeting luck. Did I miss a fleeting luck?
I rolled an 18.
No. A couple of them got like onesies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at 3. I have tallies on my sheet. I don't have my cookies today.
Sitting on 2, yeah.
But now I'm at 0.
I'm sitting on the curb watching all this happen, and I'm kind of juggling.
All right, so you spent all yours, Haley, for all right.
Yeah. Yep. I am way too hungover to be sprinting through the city today.
And Carmen, how many fleeting did you spend?
I spent 3. So I'm at 0 on that.
We probably got some left over from last time.
Although I got 1. I got 1 for that. For
you got
burning the permanent.
Mara gets 1 for burning and permanent luck and for being and for being there for these mingles. You know, it's
I just want to get rid of them.
I really need to stop drinking.
I want to see what happens if they follow us around.
It could be that if you guys feed them, buy them some armor and stuff. Ooh, very cool, very cool.
I am not ready to. I'm not ready to start a gang yet. I can barely take care of myself.
We're probably already drawing attention. Is what I'm thinking. And that's why I'm actually on the other side of the street watching all of this.
You're like, oh wow, look at these weirdos. That's crazy.
Yeah, actually, check out these guys. I'll probably still dress up like a guard. No, you know what? I changed my costume today.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a new day.
I want to look like a local, for sure.
Tradesman, just a regular, common man in the street.
You know what? I got my vibes off of the workers that we kind of like were watching from the bar earlier this morning.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're gonna go for like a servant, like a
yeah.
All right, cool.
So
give me a disguise check. Add 1 because you hung out with them all night, and you know.
Yeah. What does a 4 look like to them? To everybody.
And you're like, well, I'll put this around my waist like it's an apron.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell is that? Like it looks ridiculous. Like
fine.
Yeah. But you can give me, since you're hanging out across the street and looking around, you can give me a intelligence check. Intelligence, add your character level and your D20, add your intelligence modifier and your character level.
Well, that just balances it out. Raw 5.
Raw 5. Yep, you're just
one of those days, guys.
Yeah, man. The there you go. But Mara comes back with clothes, everybody, and we throw him gold rilk and.
Can I just send him back to my place? I'll deal with this later. I don't.
All right. Yeah, they will cheerfully hustle their way back to your apartment.
Yeah,
and,
I'll
they're
deal
gonna
with that
occupy
later.
there for a while. But
I'll put him to work, and they can give me money later.
Not to metagame or anything. I read that one, and it sounds like you were supposed to lose money.
Joke's on them. I'm broke.
That means you owe.
You spelled the gold rock, but they got into that one. So,
Brendan, does any of this like that? So the thing that was on the vellum makes sense. I know, like, Gamatar is pretty new to town, but like, did any of these things remind him of landmarks? Like,
yeah, I was going to ask the same thing about because I feel like the cup chain or moon would be something at least a local would know what that means. What are they talking about when they're talking about the cup?
Not to you newbies, I will say. But I'll tell you what, though, we can. Anyone who wants to take a check with their read languages roll, you guys can.
Read like nuance.
Yeah, give me. You guys can give me a read languages check to take a stab at this other language that's on there.
I'm
21.
Terrible. 2.
21.
21.
Yeah,
I know what it says.
Can barely read.
Here's the deal. You know what? You all right, with a 21, I'm gonna give you 2 bumps on this. One is that you are able to identify this language. It is the this language here is Atshif, which is an extremely rare desert tongue that like no one speaks anymore. It's almost a disappeared language. And, you know, there's very, very few folks there and such. You would essentially need to find a scholar of Atshif in order to get these things translated. Hey, Rick, give me a luck check. D20, roll the one your character's luck.
No.
All right. Yeah, I was going to see if you had maybe you had an inkling of someone you could go to and discuss this with.
Rick, even with the +2 to your luck because of the
I rolled a 7. I rolled a 17.
All right.
Yeah. Don't forget your +2.
Well, if we don't have a clear answer about this,
No.
I think I would like to ask Mog.
All right, so you want to actually invoke go for a divine intervention?
Yes,
divine aid, rather?
I'm going to go ahead and sit on the ground and cross my legs and start going into a trance, and I will be invoking Mog.
All right. I want to see you do it. Make your check there. Take 10 points disapproval.
I'm not.
Are you doing this right here in the street?
Clerics don't exist in Lankhmar, Brendan.
Oh, that's right. What am I thinking?
Invoke patron.
I'm casting.
Yeah, invoke patron. Even better. Go ahead and give your check. God, where'd that come from?
And I forgot that my spell thing is I have to pull out a ritual dagger and start slicing things into the air. Mm-hmm. So I'm slicing a pattern of the web around me, and as I do that, I'm like surrounded by the web. And yeah, I'm doing it right here on the street. I cast Invoke Patron. So it's
remember you got to do remember you got to do 1 point of Spellburn to cast Invoke Patron.
Okay. Cool. I'll do that. I will Spellburn a point of stamina.
Yeah, you know, you. I keep thinking you're a cleric, but like you're not a cleric. Not, of anybody, not Jeff.
Cool. So I am casting that.
And he's casting on big pancakes. Pancakes. Who wants pancakes? Pancakes are so good.
That is a 14. But I'm going to go ahead and spend both of my fleeting lucks to make that a 16, and I'll spend 4 permanent lucks to make it a 20.
Hey, don't spend permanent luck yet. I can give you a point of my temporary. You have to spend how much?
Oh, now we can share our fleeting luck. Freeing the slaves.
Yeah.
You're actually not. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm also going to go ahead and give a couple my fleeting luck. It's going to look like me tossing him a gold coin because I think he's a beggar or something.
Yeah.
So you needed 4 total, Jeff, right?
Yeah, I brought my 14 to a 16. So, Dak, how much are you passing over?
I'm going to pass over 2 fleeting luck, but I'm a thief, so do I get my die?
No, only when you spend it on yourself.
Okay. So I need 2 more.
I gave you 1.
You gave me 1.
And 1 from Septus. Rick, thank you.
Cool. We are at 20 for my Invoke Patron for Mog.
Okay, so yeah, man. Well, Mog, the spider god.
Do I need to describe what that looks like?
He as far as like getting fleeting luck?
Yeah.
If you have what would it look like to you?
Well,
definitely can.
I consider my little familiar Mino, good luck. So I walk over there and I rub Mino on Ka'a's head.
Yeah.
So for luck.
Yeah, Mog likes that for some reason.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, so Ka'a. So I have the check here in the actual book for what an Invoke Patron does. But I feel like, as if y'all have played with me before, I always use this as a negotiation more than anything else. So Ka'a, you start drawing that web in the air, and to you it's as real as any other thing in the world. And suddenly in front of you are the air, like this web is hanging in front of you, and it is full of these spiders. And the chief of them looks at you and is like, Ka'a, most loyal, Ka'a, our favorite, Ka'a, the servant, Ka'a calls upon us in his hour of need, Ka'a, who has been cursed. Now they're a chorus, they're all speaking out, Ka'a, who has been cursed and who is now dreaded, the enemy of the red god himself. Ka'a, the unlucky. Ka'a, the most fortunate. Ka'a, they all say. What do you ask us? What do you call upon us for this day?
Oh, great Mog, it is an honor to be in front of you, oh great one. I come to you seeking answers. We have found a key in parts numbered 1, 2, 3, and these keys are covered with jewels. And within these keys, there was this poem, and I read the poem to him. So I seek what lies within whatever this key unlocks, especially if it will bring you greater glory, Mog. And I also so humbly ask that if in doing this, it brings you this greater glory, that you help rid me from this curse that Trin has put upon me. I am not sleeping. I am not myself, great Mog. I cannot serve you as I would like to serve you as long as this curse remains upon me.
Yes, I see. Of course, yes, this curse is the curse of Trin is powerful, but within this universe, I shall send my agents to all the corners. I shall find the secret, and I shall find what must be done to rid you of this curse. That Ka'a. However, know this is not your only curse. The Red God watches you from every fire. But in the meantime, I can indeed tell you what he says. This is what I may tell you of the writing there that you cannot. And the Red God tells you the legend. This writing is Ashtaf of the East, which came to the city of Lankhmar with the cult known as the Mysteries of Dajil, a desert sect, women priestesses who came from far away. For a while, they reigned supreme here in Lankhmar, but there was jealousy. The spiritual leaders and the temporal leaders of the city all did hate the Mysteries of Dajil. The Mysteries of Dajil, they hid their faces behind 7 masks, masks of gold and gems, masks so worthy, yes. These is their temple, and suddenly you see a map made of spider webs in your head that shows you what neighborhood in the city these things come from. Find their temple, now a ruin, now full of non-believers and those who have forgotten all the mysteries of Dajil, those who know nothing of Dajil. Now shall you find this hidden here in the city, hidden in plain sight. Find those masks, bring us greater glory, find us more followers, and we shall see about ending the curse which bedevils your nights.
Yes, great Mog, I shall do your bidding.
Yeah, and that web kind of just sort of goes away, and y'all see Ka'a, Ka'a goes into a kind of trance. Meanwhile, the owner of the Petra Girl comes in with her keys, and she looks down at you and she's like, guys, it's early for this bullshit. And unlocks and locks the door behind her. She's going in there to set up before before it's getting around 4 in the afternoon now. And
was Ka'a talking out loud, or was it because if he wasn't, be like, yo, homie, you're cursed. That's good, bro.
I will say that unless you wanted to share that with the group, that was you privately speaking with the powers, using sort of in this mental plane you guys created, your thoughts almost being sent across the webs rather than an actual speech. So
you mean a terrifying spider god didn't manifest physically in front of all of us to...
No, it just kind of, it looked like Ka'a sat there, drew an intricate pattern with a knife in the air around him, sort of describing the pattern with him and such, tranced out for 10 minutes, and then like popped up with the solution.
I have spoken to Mog, and Mog has told me where the key, where the lock for this key resides.
Wait. You spoke to your god?
I did.
You can do that?
Mog. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Can I speak to my gods?
You may certainly try. But if your gods do not answer, then know this: you are worshiping the wrong gods. And I can bring you into Mog's loving 8 arms. You can be held in her warm embrace.
We'll talk later.
All right, so there's some discussion. So Ka'a, you think that you've got like an idea of where there's an old temple of these things, as described to you as the mysteries of the Jeel, where they could possibly be, where they could be. A minute later, she comes over and opens the door and hangs the sign out front, and looks like Petra Girl is open for business.
We don't have time for this, friends.
Guys,
let's go.
We have time. I can't be hungover if I'm drunk. Can we just get like a little bit of something? Like anything.
Care of the dog.
Yep. All right,
Yeah.
you guys spend 7 silver smurdukes, which I know I'm saying incorrectly, and every name for those things. And you guys get a meal inside of you, and everyone eats and kind of wakes up a little bit, and sure enough, one thing though, while you guys are sitting there, okay, Septis sitting working behind the bar is looking over at you. You see, so there's that little kitchen, and yesterday there was just like a kind of a cook, just a regular dude, local guy that was back there who was, looked like making maybe some kind of meat pies or something like that. Deep frying these sort of hand pocket pies. But now, as you look inside of there, you see that there is this dark robed figure who is working in the kitchen, completely does not seem to fit in here. And you look over the kitchen and you just sort of see their head kind of come around the side of it every so often and look over at what you're doing. And then a minute later, Septis, one of these meat pies arrived to you with a little plate and silverware and some sauce. And so the cook said to bring this to you. It's on the house. And you have this little meat pie there.
Okay, well, I have utensils like a knife or a fork or something like that.
Yeah, little stick thingies, little,
neatly carefully cut it open.
Yeah, you know what? When you cut it open and it parts, and inside there's actually there's all the regular stuff you would expect in a meat pie. There's meat, ? Veggies, sauce, green stuff that you really hope is herbs. And also there is a note in there that is somehow not stained or messed up or cooked or anything. A little tiny piece of paper.
Okay, well, I'll do my best to sort of palm that out of there nonchalantly and kind of unfold it open on my lap, just under the table, out of sight, and sort of what does it say?
Yeah, give me a D10 pickpocket check. Add your agility modifier on top of that. We'll see how slick you are in the City of Thieves.
Not much.
I don't know. I'm pretty focused on the food at this point.
Yeah,
are you gonna eat that or no? Can I? No. Yes. No.
How'd you do?
I'm gonna share it with Mina. I got an 8 on the die.
Oof.
And I don't have an agility modifier, so I said, straight up 8.
Yeah, so something has arrived in Septis' meat pie, like a fortune and a fortune cookie, which he has clearly trying to be slick, pulls out of there and is now reading in his lap. Everyone sees you do this, and Septis, when you look at it, it says,
"What you got there, Septis?" That's what I say.
Yeah, after I've already done it, then I go, "Look, a baby wolf." But
It's terrible. And it says, meet us in the alleyway behind the Petra girl.
Is it spelled M-E-A-T?
Say again?
Is it spelled M-E-A-T?
No, it's actually, this isn't actually some, everyone, we all just gonna like snatch that from Septus and take a look.
No, I just think it's an odd Lankhmar, like, this is a Lankhmar custom to put notes in your...
It's got lucky numbers, 5, 12, No, it's just, yeah, you've never seen it. Like I said, paper is somehow non-greasy and non-stained, and it's the neatest handwriting. Like, you've never actually seen real handwriting with serifs, but this has got it. It's like, wow, who writes like this?
Now that I've received it, I look back to the kitchen. Is that guy still back there?
Oh, big dude back there making meat pies.
So not the guy in the robes.
No, you don't even know where he got to.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I got busted, so I show it to everybody. But
yeah.
I wasn't trying to keep it from your view. I was trying to keep it from like other people that might have seen it. But I share.
I will say right now,
and I explained to him about seeing the guy in robes back there. That
gotcha.
It definitely looked out of place.
Mm-hmm. Petra Girl has just opened. You are the only people that are there right now, plus the one bartender, same one from last night, and the same cook from last night. And
so Beeble isn't here?
No, it's early. You figure he's probably still. If what he said was true, they work him like a dog until everyone goes to bed, and then he has to sneak out for a libation afterwards and such. So.
I was going to say that I'm not in the habit of meeting strange people that leave us notes inside of pies, but this has never happened to me before.
Yo, I get these kind of notes all the time. You just gotta full send it, guys.
Do we know which alleyway?
Behind this place.
Do I know, Brendan, of a way to get oversight of the alleyway?
I'm pretty sure if you go through the kitchen.
Yeah, Mara does. Mara was actually stole some clothes from back there the other day. So yeah, you know how to get around there. You got to walk to the end of the block and actually come up through the alley. It's nasty back there, but like.
What I'm saying is, can I get like either on the roof or a window to get full view of the alley so I can provide like.
Yeah, you want to be
cover
yeah.
if they.
Yeah, you got it. So you want to try to sneak up there. So. That'll be an easy climb check and a challenging hide check.
Are we doing this?
I'll just walk out there. Like I'll let you guys go in a sneaky fashion if you like. I'll just walk out there and meet them.
I would like to say at this point I have drank enough that my hangover is gone.
Yeah.
However much that requires, I'm gonna be just chugging.
That's it.
I would like to remind the group that we have great treasures awaiting for us in a temple across town.
This could also be cool, though.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
I'm pretty sure you guys are thinking the meat pie was just directly for Septus, or was it for all of us?
Oh, it was.
It didn't say go alone.
They brought it to me and they said like this was for you on the house. Okay,
so I think the most of us should go to the meat and let Gambatar sneak around and slip away and over.
Well, I was gonna say, if they see all of us like getting up and leaving, and then just walks into the alley, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I wonder where everyone went." We have to make it look like we're all still here.
There's nobody here but us.
No, I'm saying we should just all go.
Yeah, let's not overthink it.
Yeah, let's not overthink. We should all go, but we have Gambatar took off for some reason, or we pretend.
Well, I'm going. Yeah,
act like he's not missing.
Yeah.
Well, we have two leads. One that we got from the World Wide Web, and one that we got from the meat. We got from the meat pie. So
the meat pie one's closer. So let's
do both. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna figure out what this is all about in a second.
Yeah, let's all go.
Yeah, let's all go.
All right. Well, like Charlie with the golden ticket, I'm gonna walk out into the back alley with my, look around.
So, Gambatar, give me a climb check and a high check. Easy climb and a challenging high check.
Yeah, 10. Am I rolling strength or agility for?
Climb is a strength check, and your high check is a.
I got an 11 for the.
Climb.
No, for the hide.
Gotcha. All right. So the rest of y'all go around the way and come back around the alleyway. When you guys get there, you can clearly see Gonbatar's shadow up against the far wall over there with his bow and an arrow. I mean, it's clearly him. But when you guys get around there to the back, like stepping out of the darkness, like you guys are looking around and like, the alley is nasty. Like there's just giant rats chasing one another out of there and some kind of like, you get the feeling they're having their whole own adventure, like without you, that involves some sort of like rat gang fight between other rats and such. But as you guys are walking by there, you get around to the back door and you hear and spinning in the direction, you see first nothing, and then stepping out from the shadows in the building, even though it's still very early. I mean, it's a little foggy, but like even that, you see in the narrow alleyway, like right there in the back of where the building is, that figure that Septis saw in the kitchen steps out of there, wearing dressed in black sackcloth. A featureless oval of utter darkness fills the figure's cowl, providing no indication of its identity or even gender. A robe-covered arm beckons you closer, its long expanse covering the whole extremity, so even the figure's hand is hidden by the woven cloth.
That's the guy.
I'd be a little weirded out if it was a different guy that was meeting us back here.
Is your car warranty expired? Because I have got.
Yeah. So what's he selling?
Yeah. What's his deal?
All right. He says, "Come closer." She says, "Come closer. Trust me. If I wished for you to be dead, you all would have died.
What?
I come to you offering friendship. Say that. Come, speak to me."
No. Our hesitation is because you're creepy, not because you're scary.
Are you looking to buy fine white silks? I have fine white silks for sale.
I trust that you know better than to offer me such dross. I can have all that I wish. I am the one who spins the web. Every bit of silk could be mine if I so chose. I am indeed in pursuit of something that you as well are. You seek the gilded masks of the Jill. I too desire them. It would suit us both if we came to an accord. I am Shilba, the Isle of Space, the most formidable wizard in New Juan and other worlds beyond. The masks intrigue me in a small manner, and I require one for my purposes. Fetch me the chiefmost, or should I say the chieftessmost, given its garnicological origin, mask, and you will earn my gratitude. And trust the gratitude of a wizard such as I is worth more than gold and gems.
No, gold and gems are worth a lot.
So Shilba of the Eyeless Face made me a meat pie.
Yeah.
That's quite an honor.
How was it, by the
Wasn't
way?
it? Yeah.
Huh? It
was. You know what? Like, it was so much better than the food y'all had last night. Sheila, I mean, eyeless, yeah, but tasteful, definitely.
Well, Shilba, I've already had a discussion with Mog, and I've promised Mog the chieftest most of the masks.
Wait, whoa, you did what now?
Here's the deal, my friends. Kai Hala, please listen. There are 6 of us. There are 7 masks. And Mog gave us the information that we needed to get there. I assumed we could give 1 mask to Mog for the information that she has given to us, and we shall each have a mask to ourselves. Now that this Shilba fellow is here, there's now another party interested in masks. But I tell you, we are 1 mask shy.
We wouldn't be if you hadn't been promising masks that weren't yours. You promised your mask. We have 6 masks. And I stand by that.
Does the servant of spiders speak for you all?
No.
No, I'm gonna say hard pass on this one.
Yes, I know. Trust me, Ka'a. I know Marg of old. Marg and I have kept counsels and have indeed had our interests run afoul of one another's in the past. I understand loyalty, but Ka'a, you are cursed. Ka'a, I, Healer, know all. Trust me, Ka'a. I can make all of your troubles disappear. Such as with my purview. Do this. Bring me the chief mask. Deny Marg what they wish, and I shall personally give you what formula you need to end the curse. Imagine a restful night of sleep. Imagine no more mysteries, no more webs to untangle, only friendship. I shall barely call upon you, perhaps once or twice a year at most, perhaps never more than 3 times in a 13 moon.
Now tell me this, Shilba.
Yes.
There is more than one curse upon me at the moment.
Ah, yes.
I cannot sleep. I am watched by the flames. I have a blood price on my head for something that wasn't even my fault. And everything I touch turns black. Can you lift all of these from me?
What have you been doing?
I know, right?
I've had a busy life.
He says, in time, all can be corrected.
That is not what I asked.
I can see it all done.
In exchange for the mask, shall you lift all of these things from me?
Hey, can you find jobs for 7 nickels?
Yeah, that is also.
What on earth? What do I?
We have a big to-do list.
Yeah.
We have a lot to do today. And it's already like 5 p.m. We need to kill a few birds with the stone, all right?
All right. She says, I will remove one of the curses upon thee if you take my hand today, pledge yourself to me, and leave and face, and leave Marg behind. I promise you shall be grateful for it. And then I shall find, this will be just the beginning of our relationship, and I shall see to it that all these things, but the red god, his anger, I will have to find some way for you to placate him. This shall not be easy, but it can be done. All things can be done with the friendship of Shibla, the eyeless face. This I promise you, Ka'a.
You got to read the terms and conditions. Mog's going to be peeved.
Session 2.
Yeah, if I understand your proposal correctly, you would like to offer me exactly what Mog is already offering me, and in addition to that, his wrath. That's what it sounds like you are offering to me right now, Shilba.
What I offer to you is an ally, most powerful, the most formidable wizard in New Juan and throughout the multiverse.
Shilba, hear me out. Like, what if I help you? Like.
Kyla, I will take all 7 of those fools off your hands, find them gainful and.
Oh, no. That's not even, they're on there. That's not my priority. You will owe me a favor if I do this for you.
If those are the terms, then those are the terms.
Might I remind you that the reason we know where this temple is because of Mog.
Oh no, you're fully right to believe Mog. I'm saying at this point, I will sign over my mask.
Your mask, however, Mog and Shilba are both asking for the chief's mask.
Oh,
that is one specific mask.
Yeah.
We cannot promise that mask to 2 different powerful entities.
I don't know.
Especially if we were entering in this place together.
Ask the stock market about that.
Mog did not send me a meat pie, so you know where my loyalty's like.
Hear me out. Can we short the chief mask? We'll borrow it from this temple, lend it to Mog, and then take it back. I'm making shorting stock jokes because it's all my family talk.
Brendan, if it looks like they're not going to get ambushed, I will come down, meet them in the alley.
All right.
And I'll say, let's not count our it's an old Mingle saying, "Do not count our chickens before they hatch." Let's worry about getting the masks first.
Yeah.
We might all get. I mean, where is this
Yeah.
place? We could all die, or if Ka'a dies on the way there, then we do not honor Mog. We can give the mask to you, but if we all make it out, then we can decide once we actually have these masks in our possession.
I think this is a.
Yeah. He seems very interested in Ka'a. So he says, I will do this now. Ka'a, give me your hands. Give them to me. Trust me, Ka'a.
What
Trust
shall you do now?
I shall do something for you that you wish, Ka'a.
I've never been
Give
so
me your
happy to not
hand.
have a patron.
I want a patron badly, actually, but we'll talk about that later.
He within, even though his hands or its hands or her hands are covered up by the robes, it reaches out like within the folds of its garment, reaches out as if to take your hands and puts the hands out to you for Ka'a.
This isn't cheating on your patron.
I just yeah. I'm in the background just shrugging.
say-
It's like, this is an obvious seller. We know where to. Yeah.
I shall take your hand, great Shilva, for not to do so would be a grave insult. But know that my taking of your hand does not mean that I make you any promises.
Oh no!
And then I
Yes,
reach
of
out.
course. All right. So Shibla, she reaches out to you and takes your hands, and then when she takes them away, you can see you've left these incredible smudges across Shibla's robe, and then you stop leaving smudges on things when you touch them.
All right.
Already more than Mog has done, is all I'm saying.
Although it's also the least of my concerns. The other things are much higher priorities. But
That
I'm
was
just saying,
Yeah.
I'm Team Shilba all the way.
I
That's all I'm saying.
appreciate the gesture, Shilba, and I shall keep that in mind.
Mm,
But know that I shall also have to consult with Mog before I make any further decisions.
of course.
What if you
Of course,
split
you're
the
right.
mask in half, King Solomon style?
Absolutely not. Really, honestly, who needs half a mask?
Phantom of the
Auto
Opera.
paints, dunderheads, the Phantom of the Opera. Cyborg from the Justice League, pretty much. How you doing?
Somebody at a really kinky rich person's party.
Somebody at a real Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, it says I will, I will await you. This is, it's like he's like, this is where we have met, and if you wish to contact me again, come here to Petra Girl.
Jess
is
giving us
Where
luck.
Smelly alley.
What now?
Oh, Jess is giving us luck.
Oh yeah, all right, I'll do it. So yeah, we'll say for being on the horns of a dilemma, I will give everybody a point of fleeting luck for your
Yeah.
first encounter with Shibla of the Eyeless Face.
Shield.
Yeah. Shilba. It is right. Shilba.
Shilba. It's like Sheila, but it's instead of an it's a buh.
Shilba.
Shilba.
Oh,
It's like a little
Shilba, let me love you like a
Yeah.
oh, Shilba. Who was that? Who was that?
I,
Oh, Shibla.
I don't think it's somebody who like was famous for much else.
I think it's the you don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time guy. I think it's the same person.
Ready for the world.
Ready for the world.
Ready for the world. I haven't heard about them in a minute. Wow.
All right, so where does Sheila want us to bring back the masks?
And you don't have to take your clothes off as Jermaine Stewart.
I'm wrong about that then. All right. So Shibla says to bring it back here to Petra Girl, and that you will receive instructions on where to take it from there.
And it needs to be this one mask. It can't be like any mask. It's got to be this one.
Yeah, Shibla's like Only the chief mask, the leader's mask, the one. That's the only one I wish. I wish it brought back. And she looks specifically over at Mara, and not destroyed, nor broken in half, or sundered in any way. I hope that's reasonably clear. I truly do.
Do I know who Shilba is?
But
I am familiar with powerful wizards, right? Powerful wizards is a thing.
I mean, is that like...
Because Ka'a is kind of just weird.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
Ka'a doesn't even present... I don't even present myself as a wizard.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, I don't know what a wizard...
Septus is like...
Septus?
Really? Septus is in the background?
We just met you, and you haven't, like, done anything magic-y yet for us.
Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't done anything magic-y. So, I don't know what he is. He's a common man just like me.
I will give Septus.
I got a familiar. I'm wearing a robe.
He's talking to a tiny minotaur on his hand. I really don't know what more you guys want at this point.
All right, so I'll say let's say our two Septus and Ka'a can both make me a luck check, but to have heard about anything about Shibla, go ahead and roll me that on a D30. Roll low under your luck.
On a D30?
Yeah, D30, roll low under your luck.
No. I don't know a damn thing.
Now, Brendan, has anyone...
Oh, hell no.
Has anyone mentioned Jill to us? Like, to not Ka'a to anyone else? Or, like...
You mean the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said that she was Shibla of the Eyeless Face.
No. Has anyone mentioned Jill's name? Or I called her Jill because I figured like Django, the D is silent.
Yeah, it's a D is silent kind of situation.
Well, because I'm just wondering because I like Gambatar's lucky weapon is named after Jill. Like, it's named Jill's kiss for the kiss that she gives you before you go to before you pass on to the underworld.
You know what? Then I have to say, at least you have heard the story of the Jill, and everything that that you heard Mog say through Ka'a seems to line up with what you believe. That the mysteries of Djil, that they were a religion, Eastern. They were called themselves the Unknown Sisters. They wore masks as a part of their rituals, and that they came here to Lankhmar, some 100 years ago or something like that, and then were eventually the then overlord. From what you heard, conspired to have them ousted from the city, and they have been destroyed. But you did not. Before this, you were surprised that there's anything left of the temple that's still there. Mog says that the temple can be it's something you guys can access, but you didn't realize that actually still existed somewhere here within the city.
I just wanted to are we prepared to potentially get on the bad side of multiple supernatural powers? Because if this is an old temple of Jill, it's one thing, but if this is an active temple and we're stealing religious artifacts from it,
well, I mean, weren't they supposedly like heretics and like not actual? Like,
they're not welcomed in Lankhmar, but it's a religion.
When in doubt, I think we should ask ourselves, what would Faffer do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards not worrying about it too much and short-term gains. If this key opens the door to something bigger, I think I'm going to go lean towards that, obviously. And so, yeah. If these masks are going to give us something bigger than gold and gems...
Well, that's what I'm worried about. Like, I want us to profit from this and not just aggravate supernatural. You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to be on someone's bad side, we might as well make something of it.
I think we need to circle back to the fact that Ka'a promised a mask to their god without talking to anyone else in the group and just executive decision that one.
Well,
That is one way to look upon it. Another way to look upon it is we had absolutely no information about this thing. And without this information, none of us would have received any masks. So because the god gave us the information that the god asked for, they are only getting 1/7 of the treasure, which is just an equal share.
Okay, but Shilbo could have, if you'd waited 10 minutes, was telling us the same thing.
What's
It
done
does
is
say
done.
about that.
Here's the question for the ages. Would Shibla have even gotten involved if Mog hadn't gotten involved? Is this some kind of rivalry that's getting played out in front of y'all? Who knows? Who knows what's at work behind the scenes here?
I'm not worried about what could have happened. I think I see what Ka'a is saying, and I am fine with tithing something to Mog for Mog's
Now
service.
my only problem is no matter what, we're gonna piss someone off.
I think
That
that's
is correct.
Yeah, I've been
That is why
pissing
we should
people
not
off the
make
moment I
promises.
got here.
I'm gonna
'Cause
say
what-
I'm in Lankhmar for that very reason. So
At this exact moment, I have only promised one thing to one of them, and I'm only going to break that promise if I don't give it to Mog. I have not
Hear me
promised
out.
anything to Shilba.
Does Shilba seem like they would care at all that we did not technically promise it to her, him, them, they?
I don't know. Probably Shilba would care. However, would Shilba care more about us not following through on a promise we didn't make? Or would Mog be more upset about me double crossing and specifically not doing something that I specifically told them I would do?
Yeah. All right.
Which is the bigger sin?
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards not worrying about it until we get it.
Yeah, that's true. We have to survive first.
all right, but according to Mog's directions, we kind of know where we're going, Brendan.
I know exactly where we're going. Shall I show you?
Ka'a knows where the temple is, what part of town.
So Shilba basically kind of butted in with a counter offer after she figured out that we have the potential of getting this thing.
Well,
Is that what's
it
happening
takes
here?
a good hour to make a decent meat pie. So
Yeah.
And
Was
I
it a
think
good
we-
meat pie? We never got to try it. All I saw was you sticking your fingers in, pulling out a piece of paper, and putting it in your lap.
No, it smelled real good. And I think we have some leeway on that whole chiefess mask thing. I mean, that isn't beauty in the eye of the beholder. I mean, I might think that this mask is the nicest mask, and we can give that to Mog. And this,
Yeah.
oh well, you might think that mask looks better. We could give that to Shilba.
Let's go get these masks.
Yeah, we gotta get them before we figure out who we're giving them to.
You know what?
Follow me.
Also, we're not the only one trying to get these masks. I could guarantee you that.
We're the only ones with the bejeweled key, though.
But that gives us a head start. That's all it does.
Well seen.
Yeah.
Well seen. So what's the plan?
They are following me, right? Are you
Yep.
following me?
Cause
we
God
gotta-
told him something.
Mhm.
Does,
All right. So Ka'a, we're gonna head over there right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's getting dark. Perfect time.
Yeah.
yeah, it's getting on there. We'll say yeah, it is just about getting on twilight by the time
That's
you
the
guys
perfect
make
time
it
for
over
crime.
to the former temple. So as we get there, as you approach, the former temple of Deschane stands in one of Lankhmar's many poverty-stricken neighborhoods. The surrounding buildings are in various states of disrepair, and the businesses here are obviously struggling. Dominating the neighborhood is the massive temple, now turned tenement. The stone walls of the temple rise 50 feet into the air, supported by stout buttresses. At the rear of the temple, so you're at the front part right now, but you can see all the way to at the rear of the temple is a thick spire, continuing another 30 feet into the sky. The large tower is crowned by an oval construction resembling a flattened coin, stretched as if trodden on by a behemoth. Smoke from cook fires and drying, ragged clothing spill from the temple's glass-laden windows, and the noise of a crowd tumbles from the open front doors.
Okay,
So
so there is a large temple. The temple is 50 feet tall. On top of the 50-foot tall temple, there's like a tower that goes another 30 feet up. And then on top of that, there's a disc.
Yeah, it's an oval disc on the front part of that tower. It's like I said, it's like a huge, big flattened, like someone took a coin, put it in one of those penny rollers, and put it out there. It looks like that kind of like stretched out thing.
And
oblong.
And that's like standing in front of. I don't understand.
No, so like it's temple, tower, and on the top of the tower, it would be like on the front like a decoration.
Oh, okay.
I see.
It's just a big oblong flat shape. And the sound of crowds is coming from inside of the temple.
I mean, yeah. So as you guys look around, like it looks like this place is teeming with people. It's this whole own little ecosystem of people wandering around in here.
In the temple.
Yeah, it looks like
kind of like a mall.
Yeah, exactly. This was once like an old temple. Imagine this great old temple now has got maybe 1,000 squatters in here, just like who have moved into the space and are just. There are shanty buildings. There are repurposed buildings. There are drunks laying around in the street. It's an absolute great big rolling ecosphere of poor and unwashed humanity.
Are people like hawking things, selling things?
All right. Like up and down throughout the neighborhood, there are shops there. There's a rice shop over there, and there's like a couple other places that are selling like clothes and tools and that kind of thing. But there are, you're looking at like it is in a really poor neighborhood, and
in the temple.
Yeah, this was a huge walled in, like, called the whole temple, like the fenced in area that was the temple. There are a lot of buildings there in the interior of that thing. Okay, so the temple, so you're looking at this entire thing must have been the temple at one point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as you guys look towards the back of it, rising up out of all of these walled, so there's the wall on the outside. There's all these buildings in the interior, and that's where you see, there's just, so many people that are inside of here, just doing their thing. Up all the way towards the rear end of the temple from the opposite side of where you are. Yeah, that's where the actual, the wall, the actual building of the temple is. That's the one with the spire and that weird disc on the front of it.
That's the focus of this whole area, this space.
Yeah. So you're looking at you're looking at it from the you're at these gates here. The gates are kind of hanging open. There's a couple of people that are sitting there. Literally, as you guys are there walking around, there are always people that have their hands out towards you, just asking for alms. Help! Anything helps, please. God bless.
I just saved 7 souls today. I'm done.
Everyone's a martyr.
Does that
I'm not sure I come from a culture of that. Go ahead.
Wait.
No, does that large decoration thing look like a cup or a chain or a moon or a gaze of a visage face?
It's been so worn down over time, and it looks like it probably, at one point, maybe even had filigree or something on it, which has been so stolen. It looks like everything on the front of the thing has been taken away. So, you probably, if it was something like that, you can't tell anymore.
This map that I have in my mind, is it taking me generally to this general area? Is it telling me specifically to go to the structure with the spire? Or is it even more specific than that, and it's even telling me kind of where to go within the spire?
You know what? To you, it's sort of brings you to the entire area. Okay, so so there you go. You're not sure where. I mean, the spire is a clear focal point, but you don't know if that's where you have been led here to this entire temple complex. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do some searching and looking around there on the interior.
This one who's come up to me asking for alms.
Yep. Any help, please? Any help?
I pull out a gold rook and I hold it in my hand, and I say, "You shall receive this rook from me if you shall be my ambassador within these walls."
Ambassador, sir?
We need you to tell us what you know, to not ask questions, but to only answer questions from us. And when the sun rises, this gold rook is yours.
You should get something up front. Hey, look, you are trying to get me in trouble with the Spider King, and I don't want to have any issues in there with them.
Spider King?
Yeah.
I have nothing smaller than this gold rook, So I'm not giving you a gold rilk up front.
What did we lose?
Carmen.
Wait, Mog's not the Spider King?
No, Mog is the spider god.
Well, that's the same thing.
I have a pound of herbs. I will give you some herbs.
Ooh, now you're talking his language. He's like, yeah, I can do something with this.
I'm not saying a full pound. You can have a quarter of a pound of herbs.
Quarter pound of herb, make you a lot of friends in a place like this. Absolutely.
And a gold rilk in the morning.
Yeah. So okay, he's like,
you
yes,
really shot
yes.
high with the gold rilk. You could have had him with a quarter pound of herbs.
That's worth money out here, especially here in the tenement. So he tells you, he's like, my name is Mott, and I've lived here for, I've been, I don't know, I'm kind of between situations right now, so I've been like living here and just trying to earn a little cash so I can get back to the 8 cities. Yeah, so look, you want to be careful inside there. Like, you guys go in. I mean, I realize there's a lot of you, and this one looks tough and this one looks smart, but like, I mean, the Spider Kings pretty much rule inside this place. They're a big gang, they're tough, and they take whatever they want here in the entire. They're kind of like the landlords. Like they don't really own the place, but they sort of act like they own the place. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. The Spider King and his gang, what are their thoughts on Mog? The Spider
I'm sorry, I don't know what. Well, actually, give me a luck check. Roll low.
Fail.
So Spider Kings is a gang, or Spider King is a dude? And
the Spider Kings is the gang.
Okay.
He says
Spider King.
Yeah.
I failed.
Yeah. He says that he tells you that he doesn't know if it's specifically Mog, but he knows that each one has got a tattoo of a spider on them. That's how you know that they're the Spider Kings.
That's Spider Kings, the gang.
Yeah.
Hear me out. We have a gang of 13. If I go grab my crew.
Just come in here with strong arm force. That's a
That's an idea.
I was thinking, why not? I was kind of hoping you were going to lean towards that.
Look, I'm down to do that. I'm just saying it's an option on the table. You guys just let me know what the plan is.
Yeah, so there's a gang in here called the Spider Kings, and they're probably the guys we have to worry about it.
So we
keep
should
an eye
pick
out
our
for
own
them.
gang, and we are now the Spider Emperors.
Yeah, well, I'm the Spider's Infinity +1.
Arachnid aristocracy.
Nice.
Do they hear us mocking
Alliteration,
Spider?
yo.
Do they hear us mocking the Spider Gang called the Spider King gang?
No, we haven't really. We're still hanging out in front of the gates of this place. So
Okay,
yeah.
I say we just.
So you're
Hear me out. Do we want to we're poor people too, that kind of thing, and try and investigate a little bit?
Yeah, I mean,
am poor.
there's like so many people in here.
Same, yeah, I'm not really acting.
No,
that
we
way.
all are poor.
Yeah, I have 2 gold rilks, but
I have 8
gold
copper
rilks,
pieces.
I've got soot-covered robes and an owl.
Yeah, I think we'll fit right in. So let's not worry about it. Let's just go.
You
Hear
can
me
buy
out.
me for a pot.
So did we ask this guy Mott like what's in the? I point towards the spire with the decorative thing on it and be like, what's there?
He's like, nothing. Some people live some people live in and around it. I mean, people, they're all over the place in there. I mean, this, you got to understand, it's like, this is like our neighborhood. So like, if there's a space, look, when I first got here, I had nothing. I came in here and the Spider Kings, they roughed me up a little bit, but then they told me I could sleep in this one spot. So I got a little spot to sleep and I'm protected. I mean, look, gold rilk and some herbs, I'm out. All right. I promise you, I'm moving on tomorrow. But yeah, it's like, it's like a neighborhood. I mean, people, I won't say that they are the most trustworthy place here. I mean, I've been robbed. I can't even tell you how many times I've been robbed since I've lived here, but no one's kicked the crap out of me since the first time.
And are these
I'm not worried
structures
about it.
that we can walk in and out, of without fear, other than from the Spider Kings?
Well, no, I mean, people live in a lot of these places. It depends on kind of where you go, but just be discreet. And I mean, I'll tell you what, though, if you go in there promising gold rilks to people, pretty soon you are going to be running the world's biggest game of follow the leader as these people follow you around. I'm the only one you should really talk to here, to tell you the truth, honestly. I mean,
you're the only one we need to talk to. You stick with us and you tell us what we need to know, and you keep us in harm's way. So
sure.
if we want to get to the spire, what's the best way to get there without getting the attention of the Spider Kings?
Whoa, we'd have to be really, really sneaky. They're watching everything in there. They got lookouts. They got a little whistle that they do. They kind of will gang up on you. I mean,
does there look like anyone's spying us now?
Give me an intelligence check there, Lucas. As you, in fact, you can actually add your character level as well as you look around.
A whole whopping one.
Yeah.
Intelligence check. Oh, yeah, flat 13. 13.
You look around in the interior and you don't necessarily see anybody in there like watching. Anyone else can make that check as well.
Can Bama do the check? Because Bama has heightened senses.
I got a 16.
Yeah, 16. You know what? Yeah. You actually look like not within the temple compound, but out on this. Like you look around and like a couple of blocks away, there's a guy that's standing there, just like smoking a pipe. You're pretty sure you saw that same cat over there when you were near Petra Girl.
Would it be possible for me to, while everyone's chatting and like people are walking by, kind of disappear and try and get behind that guy?
If you don't want to do that, like everyone's going to kind of chill out and give Kai Hala a chance to sneak around and try to take that person unaware. Yeah, we'll do it with one. I mean, obviously this is going to call for a lot of different things, but we're going to do it with one die roll, slightly higher DC. Call it a hide and shadows check, even though it's only part of the story. Okay, a number in my head you got to hit.
All right, 16.
You want to spend a luck point? Are we happy with that?
I have a fleeting luck I could toss at it.
Yeah, toss a fleeting luck point. Roll your die.
It's a D3, correct? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
2.
All right, yeah. You know what? Like, it takes you maybe like half an hour with everybody else still standing there with this homeless guy. He's kind of giving you, at this point, while we're waiting on Kai Hala to sneak around, he is kind of giving you the play-by-play. So even if you don't go with him, I will give you a modifier for like how you guys get around in there, because he's telling you some specific places to avoid, and they're always watching here, and this is where they party. So he kind of breaks down the gang stuff as quickly as well as he can. You know what I'm saying? Although he seems very reluctant to lead y'all in there. Kai, on the other hand, while all y'all were talking, managed to get up behind this fellow who, again, is standing there smoking his pipe, and you can see when you get there, he has got a different hat tucked in the back of his like belt. Like it looks like he's been changing hats to like sneak up, and keep out of sight behind y'all.
Do I see a spider tattoo on him anywhere?
You do not see a spider tattoo on him anywhere. Looking from where you can see his arms and his hands, and you can't see a spider tattoo on him.
All right.
But you can see that he's got a weapon. He's got along with his hat there, he's got a dagger sticking out of the back of his belt.
All right, I'm gonna take my dagger, put it to his throat while grabbing his dagger with my other hand, so he can't.
Right. Gotcha.
Get it?
And
then
give me a sneak silently to get up there and get it close enough to do that to him without.
Sneak silently. Ooh, 14. I have 14.
Yeah. 14. That's gonna work. So like you come up behind him and he puts his hands up there and he says, "Whoever the hell you are, I promise you, you do not want to do this."
Why are you following us?
I'm not following you. Who the hell are you?
Who sent you?
You came up to me.
I have seen you at Petrigra and seen you now. Why are you following us? Lie to me again and your throat gets cut.
They gave me a couple of silver to follow y'all around and to keep an eye on things. Some people I didn't know, but they told me that if I did a good job of this, that maybe I could join.
Join what?
You know what? The only power in this city, the only real power.
All right, I'm gonna pull his dagger out of his belt while keeping mine to his throat.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna put it not into his back, but like up against his back, and say, "You're gonna walk with me. You're not gonna say a word, and we're gonna head over to that group over there." And then I'm gonna walk him over to everyone else.
Look, you're making a big mistake, okay? Whoever the hell you are, you don't want to do this. I'm this close to being a full member. All right. So, you like all of a sudden you see Kai Hala coming up with a new friend. Guy in a hat.
Hey guys.
You're always making new friends.
Yeah, I'm just really chatty. What can I say? So he's been following us.
Hey, Mott, you know this guy?
Mott looks over at him. He's like, no, I sure don't. But I don't want to. No, sorry. He at this point he's really thinking to myself, I'm in over my head here. I'm clearly in over my head.
This might have been a mistake.
Hi, who's your friend?
He's been following us. He says he's almost a full member, and we know who sent him to follow us for a few silver.
Look, you guys. Look, I don't know who the hell you are, or why, or what you're up to, or whatever. All I can say is, let me go right now, and I'll just tell him you faded away, and I lost track of you in the city. That's a million ways that could have happened. Let me go. But I'm telling you, I got friends now. Okay, I got people who are watching for me. I'm connected.
You don't have friends if you don't know where we are. If you don't do your job, you don't have friends. And
you don't have friends if you don't have organs after we cut them out of you.
I was going to make that a little
simpler.
Thing. You don't have friends if you're dead. But
yeah.
That one's better.
That one's better.
Why do they want you to follow us?
I don't know. Like they gave me a job. They said to follow you, and they said that they told me they told me that your name is Charles or Carls or something like that. He's just looking over. He has both names variantly, like written on his hand.
Carls in charge.
Or Charles, and that hey buddy.
Brendan, not to get too meta. Not to get too meta, so what would Gambatar know? Like when this guy says the only power and they're following us, like would he be like, "Oh Jesus, the Thieves Guild is following us," or like because that's where I'm going mentally, but I don't know if Gambatar.
Yeah. I will say all of y'all have heard about the Thieves Guild at some point. You guys are all to some degree or other.
I mean, considering that some of us are actually thieves, we probably should know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but you've also heard like you've heard different things. All y'all thieves have heard from like your different connects that you've made even before you guys got here. Like, hey, they're like, you know, you want to join the Thieves Guild? They'll take care of you. You'll be in the biggest gang in the city. Only way to fly. And you've also heard, avoid them. They take half of everything you make. You're basically a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Like, variously people have told you to steer clear of them or ally yourself with them, depending. You do know that they have a huge presence here in the city, but you don't know much about them. They are secretive, and you are all from out of town.
So here's what I'm thinking,
I
right?
could join anyway.
This guy has pretty much shown his entire hand to us. And I'm going to point a finger at him and say, what are you going to do for us? Because you're watching us. If you tell the Thieves Guild what we're doing, that's bad for us. And if we kill you, that's supposedly bad for us too. But at least now the Thieves Guild doesn't know what we're doing. So why shouldn't we just gut you right here?
I could tell them a lie. I could say something on your behalf. I would do that. Look. Give me my knife back. If I go back without my knife, they gave me that. If they go back without my knife, they're going to know that something went wrong. Give me my knife back, and I will go back. And I promise, he is looking for a temple to. I promise on whatever temple this is over here that I will tell them that I followed you up here, that you made me, and that you ran away, and that maybe I got in a fight with this one. He says, pointing over at Lukark, and but then I plugged his nose and he ran off. And
so,
no. Keep his knife.
That's the Temple of Liars.
Keep
his knife into this.
This is a Thieves Guild knife that I have in my hand right now, like a Thieves Guild dagger.
Is it? Does it look like one?
I mean, what's the Thieves Guild dagger look like? You know what I'm saying?
Does it look different than an everyday dagger?
Yeah. Does it lolook like it was like? What did he inherit something, or was it just?
I will say this: it's quality. Like it's a this is a.
Okay.
Is it better than my current dagger?
Yes, it's two-bladed and it's ready to do some work.
Yeah, we're going to be making a trade, buddy.
No. Just keep it, and
Do you guys want to make this real?
It.
I mean, how real do we want this to be? And I can break his nose.
I can cut out his tongue.
Well, hear me out. How do we know he's going to tell the truth? Because once we let him go, he's going to do whatever.
Well, and here's the deal, friend. I'm sorry, we missed your name. What is your name?
He's like Jam Jorgensen.
George Glass.
Jorgensen.
George Glass.
George Jorgensen. Here's the deal. Now, yes, we will let you go, but we will not let you go until we're done with you. So you are going to be with us, and you're going to stick by us, and you're going to protect us for the next few hours. And once you're done doing what we're looking to do, then we shall let you go, and you can let the Thieves Guild know that you didn't see anything.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Sure, no problem.
And
I want one of your hats. Because a wizard without a hat is just a sorcerer.
Yeah. So Septus, he kind of like folds out his other hat. His other hat's kind of like one of those like big long peaky things that like
perfect
back here and touch.
Perfect.
He's like, that's my real one. This orange one was the disguise. Damn it.
I want the silver they gave you to follow us because you didn't do a good enough job. You didn't earn it. So I want that.
Yeah, he hands you a silver schmerduk.
Yeah, because you didn't earn it. You didn't do a good job. We saw you. Next time I see a Thieves Guild member, I'm going to give this back to them because it was wasted money.
All right, so Mott, lead us and Jim Jam Jorgensen the safest way to the Spire.
All right, so you've got him on your side. He is nervous, so let's see. How are we going to do this? All right, you do have somebody to guide you, though. So who has the lowest luck on squad right now?
I'm at a 12.
9? Anyone lower than a 9? All right, we're going to do this with one luck check. You go ahead and give me that die there. Roll me a d20 and roll low underneath your luck.
You talking to me?
Yeah. But see, so you're asking him. You're specifically asking him to take it to the Spire, right? That's the goal.
Kai is.
That's what I said. Unless the group feels differently. If the group feels like we should be asking,
No.
I mean, I don't really know where else to go, so we might as well go.
Yeah, if we're gonna get some guys to escort us, yeah. Otherwise, we're just gonna be wandering randomly, which is gonna be, just as fun.
All right. Is that what we're gonna do?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. It sounds like 9 is the lowest luck. Lukark, roll me a luck check. D20, roll low under your current.
I don't think a 16 is lower than my 9.
No.
And
the only time I roll high
so
far.
For this, correct?
Not for a luck check, no. All right. Although if he had fleeting luck, that would have also.
I don't have any fleeting luck.
You have 1.
I have 1.
So instead of having to roll under a 9, you'd have to roll under a 10.
Still don't do it. No.
Yeah. But you know what though? I got good news and I got bad news. All right. The good news is, so he basically takes you the long way. So you guys like come in the thing, go east, you go through some alleyways, really, nothing in Lankhmar is.
He was just being careful, right? He was being
careful. Yeah. Nothing here is good smelling, but he takes you like through some real hideous spots and. At one point, let's see if, he is specifically trying to, get you guys in the middle of no place. And then here is what happens. All of a sudden, he's like, all right, you guys are like going all the way to the far east wall. And now you start like going north and like going through some buildings there. And that is when all of a sudden, stepping out into the alleyway in front of you are a bunch of toughs. There are a total of 6 of them, including like some of them step out from behind you guys. Some of them step out in front of you guys. There's one who's clearly like a real big dude, and there's one who is very much older and looks just kind of like the drinker's roadmap on his nose, kind of scraggly hair, and the big one is like, well, Mott made some friends, huh?
Are they snapping and doing some choreo as well?
Panthers. Cobras. No, they we can handle the whole
Spider
thing.
Kings.
You know, we're the kings of spider. No, some of them pop out ahead of you, some of them pop out behind you, and
So we're breakdancing?
First of all, if we were, y'all would get crushed. Okay? No offense. You know.
I was talking about our characters, but
okay, sorry. But they're all kind of like patting their hands. Some of them have short swords, some of them have daggers. Like they all have their blades out, and the one guy's like, Mott, who'd you bring in our neighborhood? Mott's like, I'm sorry.
I put my arm around Mott and I say, do not blame poor Mott. We are new to this area. As you can see by looking at us, we are nobody great. We are just common folk. We are also looking to reside here. We happen to have some herbs that we offered to Mott in exchange for him to show us around. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, Mott has that look on his face like, well, there goes those herbs. And that's when George Jorgensen from the back yells, Spider Kings, they're here to kill you guys. They got sent by the Slayers Guild. Defend yourselves. And they all like, what? And it jumps off just like that.
God.
Okay, so these guys are Spider Kings.
Is stabbing that guy in the face.
Yeah, definitely stick to that move.
All right, so let's roll initiative. Spider Kings are going to go on a 13.
Ooh.
Ugh. I might not get to stab him in the face.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I'm going to go around my screen here. Rick, what did you get for Septis for initiative?
18.
Okay, Kai Hala. Oh, is that a 4?
Yep.
Quattro. Lucar going to 2.
Shockingly, we weren't ready for this when they surrounded us. We were like,
I was totally fixated.
This is going to end well for us.
I wasn't expecting what's his name to knock us out. He's got to die first for sure.
Oh yeah.
Gon Batar.
16.
16 for Gon Batar.
Yeah.
He got killed in a fight with the Spider Kings.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. Ka'a.
9.
9 for Ka'a. Okay, so it is going to go Septus, Gon Batar, them. And when on their turn, I'm also going to do Mott and Jam George Jorgensen if he the world's worst fake name. If he indeed gets to go, he will go. Everybody else will also go on 13. Then Ka'a. Then it's Kai Hala. Then Mara and last but not least, Lukarch. And I wrote Kai Hala and Mara backwards. So if I mess up, I apologize. But Kai Hala goes first. So, but Septis, you are up first. So there are 4 of them in front of you, including their mouthpiece and the older dude with the drinker's roadmap around his nose. There are 2 of them behind you that have stepped out of the alleyway. They all have short swords out, and it looks like it's getting ready to be a party.
All right. I'm going to eat a live bug.
All right.
Out of my pouch, and I'm going to cast Flaming Hands.
Nice.
Focused on the mouthpiece, and hopefully up to 2 of his.
I'm picturing it like a fire ant.
Yeah.
All right.
How do you keep the bugs alive in the pouch?
Well, I'm constantly replenishing. I send out my little familiar guy to constantly in these seedy alleyways we go in. They're just rich with bugs. And so
your familiar is fantastic at getting bugs for you. He's like the man. So
yeah.
So
Flaming Hands. How much fleeting? I can't see the screen. How much fleeting luck do I have?
You have 2.
Well, I'm going to spend it. So I get a single blast of fire, strikes 1 target, which would be the mouthpiece,
Gotcha.
for 1d3 points of damage.
All right, go ahead and roll me that damage.
1 point of damage.
Oof. All right, so you kind of scorch him, and he goes, "Get him, guys!" And it's on. This is like the Bowery Boys remix over here. Ganbatar, you are up first. So we'll say that the guys up in front of you are about 10 feet away. The guys behind you, say about 20 feet away.
All right, just in case we need to run, I want to clear the behind me. So I am going to shoot one of the dudes with my bow, and my mighty deed will be to try and knock him into the other guy. You know, like have him fall.
Yeah, gotcha.
Into
All right, cool.
dude. Woo! I got a 3 on the deed with a 15, so that's going to be a 20 total to hit.
Rock and or roll. Yeah, that's going to hit one of the rear guards. So go ahead and roll me that damage.
All right, that's going to be 2. So it's 5 points of damage total.
Okay, so you kill that first guy. You turn around, you hit him right in the chest with an arrow. The boom. He winds up like staggering back into his friend and pulling him down. So you got a 3 on that deed. I will say he can only do a half action this round because part of his action is going to be getting loose from the fellow that fell upon him.
Noise.
Okay, that is this guy. Excellent shot. It is their turn. So that's how it goes, man. So okay, so let's talk about this. So the Saudi drunk one up front. He looks over at Septus and he is like, die! And like he says some words and mumbles some stuff off, and a blast of. First, you're like, what the hell? He's throwing stars. Or, nope, it's spiders come out of his fingers. He is going to get, does a 12 get you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what do you mean spiders come out of his fingers?
Just like it sounds. A whole bunch of spiders come out of his fingers. Blah, 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 a whole squad.
Did it look magic?
Yeah, it looked magic to you. Like this guy clearly had some kind of magic going on. Yeah, it was...
How else are you supposed to shoot spiders from your fingers?
I was confused. Okay, yes, perfect. Thank you.
He could have a spider launcher or something. So he can actually get up to 2 targets with that. So who else? You know what? Give me. I'm trying to see like who would be the front line. We can say Gambatar is turned around and is facing the backward. So, but were you up front when we were walking through there?
Probably.
Yeah, man. He's gonna fire. You're gonna blast the spiders from behind. Does a 10 get you?
No.
All right. So. Rick Septus takes 2 points of damage, and you have been spider bit. You have these little spiders welts all over your arms and hands where you put them up to block your face. The big fellow up front is going to run over. I'm just gonna roll random at somebody else, someone who didn't get spiders. Yeah, man. Their leader runs up on Lukark and is going to take a swing at him. I don't know. He seems, he picked. He's like, who's the most common looking guy here? That's the one. You don't know why. It's like the jerk. Average everyday jerk. I'll get you.
Yeah, just an average dude just walking by. How does he know I was with these guys?
The more you say that, the more suspicious.
So here is what happens. He actually nearly falls down after his attack, but manages not to. The other 3, one is going to run up on Mara. Yeah. Ooh, but I got a crit on Mara because that is how I roll sometimes. So Mara, you're going to take 5 points of damage.
Ow.
And then wait for it.
That's a lot of damage at first.
It is.
Yeah. And not enough this. 1, 2, or 3. Ooh, and you take an additional plus 1d3 damage. You take an additional 2 points of damage, and you actually say again.
I'm
down.
out.
Yeah, it comes over. Mara is knocked out cold. Kaboosh. And the third one is going to run up, roll randomly, at Kai Hala and gets a 6. And I'm assuming it's going to miss.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do have a human shield because I'm walking with a dagger in this guy's back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So...
He's taking a risk. Also, so I'll tell you what. He is going to run away from you now. This is also his turn, but I will, because you had him covered, I'm going to treat this as if he was running out of a melee. So you get a free shot on him as he tries to get out of there.
I'm okay with that. While he's trying to run, while he's still near me, whisper in his ear, "You woke up this morning and chose death," as I try and kill him.
Absolutely.
Because I just really want to do that.
Yeah, and if you kill him, I'm going to give you a point of luck for talking shit and then pulling it off. So
all right, awesome. That is a 11.
Total of an 11. Yeah, that's going to hit on this fellow.
All right.
He doesn't have anything going on. So roll me damage.
Does his special dagger do any more damage than my?
No, it's just higher quality. It's just better, you know.
I was hoping I'd get.
It has a logo on it.
4 points of damage.
Oh, 4 points. He goes down in a heap. He is dead. Okay, so
And you said fleeting luck for.
Yeah, take a point of fleeting luck for talking smack on dude and then killing him, which is awesome. And then Mott, are you hanging on to Mott during this, or are you you had your arm around him?
I had just put my arm around him. Yeah.
All right. He would like to run away from you, and he's terrified. So are you gonna hang on to him, or are you gonna? All right. If you let him go, so he actually heads backwards. Past the one that's down there, the one that had to spend his round getting up from being under a guy. So
fine, no gold rope for you.
He's just trying to survive not long enough to sell his herbs.
I'm gonna say can't spend it if you're dead.
Yeah. He charges through. But now it is time for Ka'ar to go.
I am gravely offended by what I'm seeing in front of me. This is an effrontery to the spider god. So twice per day, I am capable of invoking patron. This time I am going to do my invoke patron, but I'm doing it by the table, and I'm doing some spell burning as well. So I'm spell burning down to strength 3 and stamina 9.
Oof.
I am spending my point of fleeting luck that I currently have, so I'll be out of fleeting luck. And this is in total going to give me a plus 13 on my check.
Jam.
It's going to be like, actually, I'm busy that day.
So I'm going to go ahead and let them see what the spider god does to those who claim to be spider kings.
I want to see you do it.
So I rolled a 2. But with my 14, that's a 16.
Yeah.
And that's dumb. I don't like that. So I'm going to bump that up. I'm going to...
One more?
You need fleeting luck?
I could give you one.
I need a total of 4 more, because right now...
Can I get fleeting luck if I'm unconscious? Because I would be happy to.
I will donate 1.
I don't think you can, Carmen.
Yeah, unconscious people, that's a gray area. But,
Plus, you're going to want to save it because that's going to rouse you.
Yeah.
Because right now, at a 14, at a 16, all that does is make me immune to spider attacks, which isn't very useful. And at 18, 19, it just gives me spider fangs, but it's like I'm not a melee person. But if I can get it to a 20, then it's going to be a 30-foot range spider web.
We can give you up to 3 with just all of us that are conscious. I have one.
I was going to say,
I have one. I definitely want to give it.
Perfect. And I will spend a permanent point of luck as well. So that'll get us up to that 20 level.
Gotcha. Sticky spider webs that can ensnare opponents' range attack with a 30-foot range. If you shoot it up in front of you, you can get all the ones in front of you. So go ahead and give me an attack roll. It's a range attack.
Oh, fuck. I mean, fudge. oh, crikey. Sorry, I know this is a family-friendly podcast.
Don't clip that.
It's Lankhmar. It's a little saucy.
Yeah, it's a little saucy. So, so that is a modified 1. It is a natural 2. But yeah, so that misses.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, though. You just shot a big old blast of spider web at these guys who were like,
Oh, you have
ah!
to say, I am the true Spider King.
Yes, exactly. And I will say, I am an agent of the spider god, and then have like the giant spider webs shoot forth from my hands.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's legit.
Yeah. It's
So
gotta look good.
Yeah, we'll see how they. Well done anyway, and we will see if that is actually to pull up against the Spider Kings. That is awesome. So you can take a point of fleeting luck, and we will keep on rolling. That was awesome. And Mara, this is round 1 of you being down, and it's time for Kai Hala. So that was a freebie last time.
Yeah.
There is 1 behind you, 2 ahead of you, including the boss who's up in front of.
So, quick question: nobody then got hit by it at all, correct?
I mean, I guess really it says can be used as a range attack. Let me think. I guess really you should make 2 more attacks against the guys. Actually 3. Roll me 3 more times.
How many more times?
3.
What AC am I going for?
Okay, let's do the leader first. 14.
Okay, that one hits.
All right, he's caught. And then I was rolling for the I was figuring the first one, the sorcerer, since he was like your primary target.
Yeah.
And then roll me twice more, but now we are looking for a 12.
Both of those miss. So just the main sorcerer one who shot the spiders from his fingers.
No, you got the boss, and the sorcerer didn't. The sorcerer got missed.
Sorry.
But,
okay, yes. The boss is wrapped up in web.
Yeah, and he is quite stuck and has got to make a check to get out of there to do anything. So nicely done. And yeah, man, power of the spider. And they get the boss wrapped up there. So it is all looking bad. So now it's time for Kai Hala. So Kai, up ahead of you, the mouthpiece is webbed up. The sorcerer is not. There are total of 3 bully boys left, 2 ahead of you and 1 behind.
Yeah. Am I close to the mouthpiece? The leader?
Yeah, he's all webbed up. You're close enough where you can get over to him in a move action. Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to go over there and drop the one body that I've killed, making kind of a point to drop the body. Go over, grab the mouthpiece by his head and put my dagger to his throat and say, "You listen to lies. We are not here to fight."
Okay, so you know what? He's like, everybody, stand down, be cool. Okay, hey, we've seen some true. We have no need to offend the spider god. And like the old guy is like, "Are we still fighting, everyone? I got more spells left in me." He's like, "Shut up."
Brendan, I'll take this lull in the combat to bind Mara's wounds, whatever they may be.
Yep. Spend a point of fleeting luck to get her back.
Thank you.
Are we out of combat?
Yeah, I mean, now that Kai has got the leader is just webbed up there. Kai's got a knife to his throat and just killed somebody else right in front of him.
Yeah.
The mouthy one. So he has called for his people to stand down. So they kind of put their swords away, and like the sorcerer one over there is like, "You cowards! These are tricks, minor sorcerer's tricks. My power is great."
I look at Ka and I point at him. It's like, you can't talk to you can talk to your god. I'm amazed by it.
I'm just I'm gonna with my new dagger, because it's not his anymore, he's dead. I'm gonna with that to his throat say, "We just wish for passage and a fee for making us kill our hostage."
Okay. We need some hostage pay here.
Yeah.
Yeah, hostage pay.
He was worth some money to us. So
Yeah,
what do you guys got that I would like?
Just take all of their stuff.
Yeah, I just want your stuff.
Yeah, we shake them down. You know what? I am going to copy. I want to copy their whatever. Is it a tattoo? How do they identify themselves?
They all have a little tattoo.
I'm going to copy it with.
You steal their tattoos?
I'm
Like
trying
cut
to
them
see what
off?
part of their body is.
No, I'm going to just copy it. I have disguised self. I could fake it.
Yeah.
It is seriously amazing what a dagger to the throat can do. Like, people will
In the real
do
world,
anything.
people will respect.
Carmen, you're at 1 hit point. If you use your recuperation, you can roll your hit die and get your
Spend your fleet and luck point.
Get your stamina bonus plus your level and your hit die.
Yeah. So Lukark, you see that the spider tattoo is on their cheeks. So
Okay.
you want to do a disguise check to put.
Yeah, I want to do disguise self. I'm gonna try to impersonate him. So in case we got, if we come across a bunch more of these dudes, I'm gonna say like, no, I got it under control. We're gonna.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. No, I see what you're going for. All right, give me a check.
Yeah.
I was just gonna drag this guy with us with a knife to his throat and say, if anyone else comes near us.
That's plan B. Always have a plan B.
Kai's real fond of the hostage situation.
I got a
It
20.
works so well.
Yeah,
I got a
you know
20.
what?
I should look just like one of these dudes. I should look like.
Yeah, with a 20, you were able to you kind of put a little dirt in your face, and then some of them have extra tattoos on their arms too.
Yeah.
According to
Can I get some code words?
illustrations
Can I
by
get some code words out of these guys since I got a 20?
Didn't Matt say they had a specific whistle?
Yeah. Can I get some of that?
You get the whistle. Yeah, the one will go. Apparently that's their whistle, and you also have their whistle. Let's say they are not sophisticated for code words. These guys are a bunch of idiots. So so there you go. All right.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead.
I'm shaking him down and
they have
a safe passage.
They have a total of 10 silver pieces and 6 gold pieces on them combined.
Can we
Who's
call
taking
that
it?
2 silver pieces and a gold piece each, just for simplicity?
I support that decision.
We divvy it up. Cool.
And I would love to chat with this sorcery fellow.
How many silver pieces?
I walk up to him and I say, I'm an agent of the spider god. Where do you get your spider magic?
He's like, different spider god. I worship Shifa, the eastern god of the red spiders. He's my patron and taught me that spell. It's been a long time though. Look, he's like, I'm just going out of my belt to get my wine, okay? I just need my throat. I'm very old. I've got problems. Look, I don't want any trouble here, all right? Clearly, your power is supreme, and I will not grieve you any further. You're Mog, the spider god, has taken over the eastern spider red god. I offer you no resistance. Let me go. I'm old. I won't trouble you no more.
I want to learn your spider magic.
Oh, my spider magic. He says, well, that's, yes, I will teach it to you, but it will not come easily. But this means you let all of us live. And he points over at the boss, including him. Tomorrow morning when the sun rises and we are all alive, come to me and then I shall begin to teach you the power of my spider magic.
And what was this guy's name?
His name is Yomanus. Yohmanus. Yomanus.
And will your people leave us unmolested until then?
He looks over at dudes in the web there with Kai Halal. There's yes, you guys have got passage.
And I look to the rest of the party and I say, before I have made agreements without consulting you, to which I humbly request your forgiveness. And now I ask of you all, what shall I do with him? Shall I take this offer?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I think this is a good deal for all of us.
All right, we shall leave you alive. You shall leave us unmolested. And in the morning, you shall teach me spider magics.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I hope his spider magic is going to be drink all the wine and then fall asleep on a bench. That is his spider magic.
Shove a bunch of eggs under your fingernails, let them grow, and then when enemies come by, just flick your wrist really hard.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, though, with these folks there, now that you've got now that Lukark has their symbol and you have their passage and their whistle, I will say that you guys can make the rest of the way to the spire, and we can pick up there next time because this is a good stopping point. That's cool.
Yeah.
And we will come back after him, and we will see what happens with that. But everybody. We're going to go ahead and stop here. It's a good stopping point with our characters victorious. And take a point of fleeting luck for having defeated all of them that we'll start with next time. But also, not enough this. Y'all did some sneaking around, some role play. We freed 7 slaves on a fire tip. I didn't know what page. I made 2 rules mistakes, and I didn't know what page the thing was on. And I thought I was a cleric for a minute there. So I'm going to say everyone's getting 10 experience points.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Take it.
And thank you for being good role players and really fun.
35 more to go, guys.
So close.
Yeah, we're packing them in there.
Yeah.
And that will be it. And I will see you right next time. Thank you for tuning in to Blades Against Bandwidth. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and get ready because we will just fill your life with awesome Dungeon Crawl Classics content. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next Sunday on Blades Against Bandwidth, Lankhmar.
Yay! And thanks, Rick.
Peace.
Thanks, Rick.
Bye.
And thank you, Rick, for coming on here and hanging out. I hope you had fun.
Yes, thank you, Rick.
Yeah, very fun. Thank you, guys.
And thanks to everyone in the chat for giving us fleeting luck.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jess. Especially. Bye-bye, sweetie. Bye-bye.